Oh, yeah. Here we go. Sudden streaming. First round pick. First overall. It's time. I just got done with work and getting here and everything, so I just hopped on. I'll tweet about it. Bah. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I mean, we know what this pick is. Whew. What's up, Scarlett? I just got here. I really I walked into my house and tried to grab some water. I'm exhausted. What's up, Fletcher? Oh, this is gonna be tough. Like, this is already... this is gonna be tough. Ooh. I've got the draft up on the other screen here. Jay, how's it going? Zach, hello, son. I like how they're talking about how, like, San Jose is just a couple of players away. No, not really. Scarlett, my day was awful. Honestly, my whole week's been terrible. But I still have my baby girl here, so it's all worth it. It's fine. It's fine. What? We're live. People are watching us. Can you believe it? You gonna flex for the camera? Are you gonna come up at all? Are you gonna? Nope. You're gonna walk away. Hold on. Hold on. And drop. There she is! Did my little Velma! She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna be a real human being. Sorry, I'm very loopy right now. Things are... I've been up for... What time is it? It's like 7 o'clock. But I've been up for, what, 38 of the last 41 hours? Something like that. I look oh my gosh, I didn't even see my face. Yikes, I look bad, but whatever, it's fine. What's up, Dan? How's it going? My bad, that's a couple. Joe, I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm gonna disappoint everybody in this. I'm not well educated on the first round of this draft, or really most of this draft. Because we didn't have a pick till the 4th, and I just couldn't get overly concerned with it. I did not really see us trading for our first. I didn't expect that. The sphere is dope. You're not there. I don't know why I would ask that. You're probably not watching this if you're there. All right, here we go. Number 1 pick. We know. A lot of Sharks fans. I guess we could assume that. Oh yeah, he's just blustering. He's blustering. I don't think Greer's good. I don't think he's a good GM. I think people give him too much credit. Drone machine, they're about to. Slamming bush lights. Hell yeah, brother. Joe! Oh, Big Daddy Joe's making the pick! This is the most exciting part. This is so great. Hell yeah! You know you're excited about Jumbo Joe. You love Jumbo Joe. This is a Jumbo Joe fan house. God, your summer coat is really... My goodness. Say the name right. Good girl, baby. Be you! Look at him. He knows. He knows. Live streaming Monday for free agency? No, I am flying into Boston Monday morning to be at the development camp. Scarlett, what are the chances Omar doesn't extend with Ottawa and comes back to Boston? 0%, unfortunately. 0%. Joe, you're good, man. You're good. MILF Tunes. I keep want to say MILF Tunes because it looks like MILF Tunes. That's so weird. We want Larry. Larry is in the ER right now. He's fine. Last night, he ate. This is part of why I've been up so much. At midnight, I came into my bedroom because I had just finished some stuff, recording a pod, and then eating. And he ate a tire toy. A literal tire toy. Just ate half of it. And he had to get his stomach pumped early in the morning. He's there for observation to make sure nothing else is going on. So Larry is not with us at the moment. He's coming home later tonight. No, I think the draft's in Vegas, right? Yeah, it's in Vegas in the Sphere. Yeah. Yep. Finally, the 1C we need. Yeah? Who exactly is that going to be? Dude, this guy is dirty, though. Celebrating's going to be nuts. If I'm San Jose, though, I don't know if I put him in the NHL right away. I guess he wants to, so you would do it. But sometimes I just feel like you'd be better off letting that number one guy, get a little beefier before he jumps in. I'm the 1C, hell yeah. I told other teams not to draft me so that I'm there for Boston. We're going to see how that goes, though. I'm a little old for the draft, 30, but I think there's a little risk there, but you got to take that chance. What's up, Disco Nabisco? Got it, figured it out. We got there. They shouldn't make tire toys that delicious. Dude, he's had that toy for over a year and then just decided he was going to swallow it. You're going to think I'm a terrible dog owner. It is his 7th time. 7th to an ER. 7th. And most of our situations were like this, where he's like totally good, everything's fine, and then he finds a way to eat something inedible. He ate his basket muzzle. We trained him to use a basket muzzle. One day, he ripped it off his face and just swallowed the rubber lining to it. It's God's sign showing me that, yeah, nothing happening there inside his head. What do I think they'll do tonight? Most realistically, that pick is traded before we get to 25. I think that's most realistic. Because I genuinely think they want to improve the team now. Which might be a little short-sighted, but we'll see. And by most realistically, I do really mean like 55%, because I don't think it's like an 85% chance we trade it. Larry is so dumb. God, he is dumb. He's really cute, though. That's what saves his life. I mean, what saves his life is I love dogs. I would never... He could be the worst dog ever, and I wouldn't give up on him. What do you think we were doing with the pick? So, it's weird, because no one can seem to come to a consensus where the Bruins will want to go. The Athletics writers are like, yeah, they're going defenseman, which I find somewhat odd, although we have very little depth in defensive prospects. But God, you just want to think center. I guess it depends on who's still available. Have you considered Larry as just extra special? Oh, he's extra special, all right. Yeah, Celebrini's the real deal. I'm not worried about him at all. He's not going to be like a bust first rounder or something like that. Can we silence the screamer on the NHL stream? Wait, what? Oh, the guy's just screaming the Sharks over and over again? If the Rangers don't want Rempe, we should jump all over that. Are they trying to trade Rempe for a first rounder? The trade for McGordy, I don't think is going to go the Bruins' way. Doesn't make a lot of sense because the other teams involved have real assets, and the Bruins have Liesel, who I think is a real asset, and this 25th. But other than that, not a lot to give up. I just asked Maverick if I'm going to watch him in the NHL Draft, and he said yes. Hell yeah. He'll make it. For sure. What position does he play? Yeah, center, yep. Hey, Portia. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how good Rempe actually is. I obviously saw the stories and him hitting people and everything like that, but I haven't really watched that guy play. Have no clue who will even be at the 23rd to 27 position for the draft. It's such a crapshoot this year, but it sounds like there's a lot of high risk, high reward guys out there. Drafting an 18-year-old who is not like a top 5 pick is sort of drafting pieces for your team 2 to 3 years from now. No, yeah, oh yeah, like that's exactly what it is, and it's also a complete crapshoot. Celebrity's dad is trying to be like, don't say anything stupid. Come on, you got this. Dude's got a chin that could shatter the Pentagon, though. My goodness. Why did I say shatter the Pentagon? I don't know. I'm tired, man. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Leah Hextall. She's a bit brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I wish someone like Sarah Civ was doing this. Big Sarah Civ fan. And she's good at what she does. What's up, Juan Garcia? I don't know if you could get Rempe for next to nothing. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I think that'd be pretty tricky. Did our pick come yet? Isn't Gigi's brother in the draft? God damn it, Scott. We've got like an hour and a half to go till our pick. It's gonna be a long time till our pick. Brian, I totally get it, man. Get some rest whenever you do decide to crash. Thanks for stopping in, though. Connor Bedard's announcing it? Kind of lame. Kind of lame. I like the old veteran approach more. It's a sharp suit, though. Damn. Okay, yeah. So far it's gone chalk. I already miss Olmark. Yeah, same. I am getting more okay with the trade by the day, honestly. I still don't love it. I'm still critical of it, but, like, I've come to terms with it. How long do teams have to make their pick after the previous one is made? I think it's just a few minutes. It's not long. Yeah, just one round tonight. Just one round tonight. Oh, he's got the yeah, the lining in the suit. See, this is the great thing about a three-piece suit. That's why it's my favorite. You take the jacket off and you just look smooth with the vest. Not bad. Demidov Steele? Buddy, he's going top 7 for sure. Probably top 5. Bedard might be the old veteran of the team by now. Fuck, you're not wrong. They have Foligno, though. Bruins should have PJ Axelson announce our pick. Yeah, who is going to announce our pick? So people shouldn't be expecting we are finding Magic 1C at 25, some kind of Patrice Bergeron Jr. The expectation is this guy's going to be great because we're fans of the team. There's no reason to be negative about it, right? Just be excited. There's too much out there. There's too much negativity out there. I miss when fans just got to be fans. They didn't have to be right about everything. Like we could just enjoy rooting for things. An hour and a half of geeky jokes. Great. The left D-man sword and that's what was his name? I was looking at him earlier too. I'm trying to find him on my list here. And it's all over the place too because there's so many. Oh, this is the big pick too, where everyone's talking about Seneke, or however you say his name, going third, although he's ranked so much lower. I do like this Connolly kid too. I don't think he falls all the way down to us, but Trevor Connolly just seems like he has a ton of raw talent, although there's some question marks of whether he even should be a first rounder. He's a type of swing that I kind of want the Bruins to make of, like, maybe he falls far enough and just bet on the high level of talent. Bergier Chara announced the pick. God, they would have done a great job hiding it. Because someone would have pointed out Bergier being there by now. Is it really only 2 minutes to make the pick? God, it feels longer than that. Demidov at 25. I think he goes probably 5 or 6. Shit, maybe as high as 4. Omar gonna call our pick. That would be so funny. Can it be Omar and Swayman? And then they kiss after? I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Do you think Connolly goes 21? I think he's the one that I'm rooting for to fall. God, that's a good group to be part of. Owen Power, Quinn Hughes, and Charlie McAvoy. Not bad. One last goalie hug. Just make it the most intense goalie hug. Green Tree's an interesting prospect as well. Another guy who puts the puck in the net, you know? I'm really interested to see what the Ducks do here. Because, again, I don't know a ton about these players, but I know the guy that they're whispering about is ranked quite a bit lower. I mean, 10 spots. We're not talking second round or something. But definitely lower than the number 3. He's just gotten so much hype over the past week that I feel like his stock keeps rising. I keep checking Twitter, too, to be like, all right, any trades? Anything going on? Did she just say, I think this is a full rebuild for Anaheim? What do you think they've been doing for the past couple of years? What the what kind of reporting is that? Yikes. Yeah, we do not have a ton of defensemen in the prospect pool, but if you have a forward, if you have a center that you love, you got to take him there. Too many fanfics about Sway and Omar, kind of. Niedermeyer! Nice little pick. Yeah, they went with Seneca. Wow. He jumped up the board. Good for him. And watch, there's going to be Ducks fans that are losing their mind over this. It's a reach. Like, we don't even know these guys. Letourneau? I don't know a lot about Letourneau. Yeah, Greentree, he's just that guy who finds the net, too. He's clever. Ullmark trade sucks, but had to happen. We didn't have the money to pay for both goalies. And yeah, and once he refused, and I don't blame him for this at all, but once he told Ottawa I'm not extending, there was no value. It was so hard to get anything out of that. Because then our hands are tied because they know we're not keeping them. Tough. Just a tough situation all around. You can't win them all. Can't win them all. And honestly, Ottawa, great job. Great job by them. The people that believed that we saved Ottawa from dumping Korpisalo and giving the 7th overall pick to Philly, that report is so unbelievably false, it's insane. It's so false. There's no way that was on the board. But people bought into that hard. Steven or Stefan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I have 80 something or maybe low 90s of jerseys. I don't know the exact number. I haven't bought one in a while though. Financially not been on the list of priorities, unfortunately. Yeah, Viper, I don't like bringing Korpisalo in. I'm right there with you. Yeah. Demidov not dropping. He's still going in the next 2, maybe 3 picks. Yeah, Demidov's supposed to be really, really good. I'm curious where... I'm actually also scrolling through the athletics stuff because it's funny where they rank them because it feels like they just chuck them at a board sometime. Oh, are they getting eviscerated? Is it bad out there? Is Anaheim Reddit in tears? Oh my goodness. I wish more of these guys were like, holy crap, I just got drafted. Like, his face really... Oh boy. Demidov to Habs? I think so. Why not try another trade partner? I heard other teams are looking at Ullmark. The other teams that I heard were looking at Ullmark were Vegas, but I never found anything concrete with that, and Colorado. And Colorado simply didn't have any help us now pieces. So I think they went with, hey, we can get back into the first round here. Let's do it with this. We want to bring in a seasoned vet to back up Swayman. Let's give Korpisalo his chance. And if Bussy beats him out, then yeah, we're eating a little bit of money for a couple of years. But in the AHL, that money is $1.6 million, something along those lines. I get it. I think it was genuinely the best deal they had on their desk. And I think both Vegas and Colorado were teams on Ullmark's no trade list because he really didn't want to go out west. Korpisalo isn't awful. He's been on shit teams his whole career. Yes, depending on how you buy into advanced analytics, he was so bad last year, even taking into account the team in front of him. What's up, Wolf Warrior? How you doing? I'm not doing great, but I'm getting through. I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit tonight. I was sorry that I missed yesterday. Yesterday was a shit show. Believing that Flyers rumor or the early first plus Chychrun for Ullmark was crazy. Yeah, the early first for Chychrun was never on the table. But the late first and Chychrun for Ullmark with an extension, I think that was legitimately out there. And Ullmark put a kibosh on that by deciding not to extend with them. Here we go. I think they're gonna go with Silayev. Silayev. He never shies away from going for the Russian route. He really loves to actually pick the Russians. Rick Nash. I didn't even recognize him there. Holy shit, he was standing right next to him. Wow, they did go Lindstrom. Wow. Yeah, this dude's a speedster. There's this is the guy with the back injury, right? Oh, yep. They just mentioned it. Velma doesn't like the pick. Velma doesn't like it. Whoa. Hold on, everybody. My neighbors had the audacity to step out of their car and walk into their home. Velma didn't like it. Audacious. It's time for Sweetie to show why he still has a job. I don't think Sweetie's as bad as you think he is, bro. I spent a lot of time looking at the other GMs in the league, and I really don't think Sweetie's in the bottom half of them. Wow, that's a filthy highlight. Isn't Bosford, or however you say his name, isn't he supposed to go way earlier? Like, he's might reach the 20th pick. I thought he's pegged to go in the high teens. Steven thinks, you growing your flow out? Gotta have the lettuce, you know? Wouldn't it be better to buy him out than stick him in the AHL? They think Goalie Bob can make Korpisalo return to his old form. I mean, Goalie Bob's done it before. What if Sway gets hurt and then Korpisalo wins the Vezina this year? That's about as Senators as possible. That would be a very Senators-esque timeline. Even if Korpisalo comes back to a 907 or something, not to beat a dead horse, but could Bussy really not match that? I get what you're saying. I think our defense wasn't as good as people think it was last year. I think it was pretty free-flowing and gave up some high-danger chances. I am not guaranteeing that Bussy could give you a 907 right now. I'm really not. I just don't know. It's really tough to tell. So I get you just brought this guy in for $3 million a year for 4 years. Yikes. But there really was, if you were bringing in a vet behind Swayman, it was going to be a $2 to $3 million goalie, in my opinion. I really believe that. Here we go. Demidov's gone. For sure. Lorenzo, you guys need a right D for your World of Chell team? I'm kidding. I have no time to add more things to my schedule. I barely ever get to play video games at this point. What's up, Zach? Heist? Everyone seems to be doing pretty well. The vibes are good. Viper, I agree. Sweeney does, like, there's a hump conversation to be had. 2019, last year, or 2 years ago now, with a record-breaking team, he's run into some bad luck, but I feel like he has put together some teams that have underperformed. And the Bergeron era in general, as much as I adore Bergeron, and going to 3 cup finals, like, incredible. But it's fair to say, with how often the Bruins made the playoffs and how often they won, like how often they were a high standings points team, a second cup probably should have been part of their legacy. They came close. They never got it. Don could have used the $3 million on a DeBrusk raise. Yes, actually, I agree with that. Although, if DeBrusk wants $7 or $8 million, I understand moving on from him. I'm just emotionally attached to DeBrusk, but I do think that he's a good player that gets a little bit of a worse rep than he deserves. Scott, yeah, he'll go teens. Talking about the guy's name that I can't pronounce. Boisfort or whatever it is. Goalie Bob is everything for the Bruins. He is the Bruins. The buyout does extend for quite a while, but the last 4 years of the buyout are $1 million a year. It's the highest it gets is like 1.75 3 years from now on a Korpisalo buyout. Sweeney doesn't get a grade for me till the 3rd or so of July. Sweeney doesn't get a grade for me until we are lacing him up for camp. Yeah, honestly, if we can find a way to have Korpisalo get games and Bussy get games before the deadline, and they're both playing well, I trade Korpisalo at the deadline if he's returned to some sort of form. You think Grizz, Shaddy, and Forbort are all off the team by game 1 of the season? Oh, yeah. No. Forbort, 100%. Grizz, 100%. Shaddy has an outside chance of remaining around, but I don't think he will. Whoa, you fucking losers. You losers. Unbelievable. Celine Dion. How about that? She's not a loser. The Habs are such losers. Ugh. You fucking hot doggers. Oh, you disgust me. They suck so much. I can't even articulate why I dislike it. It's just, whatever, guys. Have your moment. She belongs to Montreal. Whatever. Scarlett, I love that. There's a reason that Korpisalo is still in the majors while so many can't even break the ceiling into it. I really love that statement because it's true. Yeah, 2023, I mean, a lot of stuff went into that. There's a lot of reasons for that collapse, but yeah, that was disappointing. It's gonna be Demidov. It's gotta be. Oh my god, soak it up, Celine. Can we get the pick yet? There it is. Demidov is a Montreal Canadian. That sucks. That sucks. Back-to-back MVP of the Russian junior level. Holy shit. This guy's gonna be a monster to play against in a couple years. Yikes. Not fun. The hot prediction, who are we picking? I'm hoping Connolly falls to us. That's what I'm hoping for. Nice to see you, locker room. What's going on? I hope that you and your family are well. Just genuinely, I hope things are going well. Gotta have both Lindholms. 2 scuba Swedes would be fun. It's looking more and more likely. I'm a little worried about the AAV. I've been critical of Lindholm. I'm not upset with the belief that like he could be a Bruin. It's just the money. It's just the money. And I'm worried that the team's just gonna... These highlights are unbelievable. My goodness. I am a little worried that if Lindholm comes in, they're like, we have our 1C. And we don't. We don't have our 1C with Lindholm. That's not who that is. Joe, I get DeBrusk has an excellent 2-way game, but he really doesn't score enough to have a top 6 role. I mean, if he's healthy, he's a consistent 20-goal scorer. And if you look around the league, second-line wingers, there's a ton of them that if they consistently hit 20, 25, you're very happy with them, especially if he's got a 200-foot game with it. What's up, Kirby? I appreciate you saying hi. Was Bobo in French? Yeah, gotta say it in French. Oh, Canadian fans, Habs fans get so fucking pissed if you can't speak French and you're part of that organization. It's like outdated by 30 years, but it used to be true. Should we trade our pick? I think we might, but we'll see. We'll see as we creep closer. There's got to be somebody in there that a team wants, and they have to feel the need for taking that pick from us. But what do I think about Duchesne as a short-term DeBrusk replacement? Love it. I love Duchesne. I would love it. I don't see him exactly as a DeBrusk replacement, but the speed's still similar. You're worried, though, because if Duchesne suddenly, like, if the speed drops off, as often happens with older players, then he becomes a lot different of a player. But typical Habs L, dude, that is not an L. That guy is a monster. Absolute monster. The league's more fun when the Bruins and Habs are good. That's true, but I just also want us to always win against the Habs. Yeah, Demidov feels like should have been a top 3 guy, but... And he's going to be the guy that Anaheim's going to point to if Senecki's not good. Is the rivalry finally back? I mean, we're getting... The Bruins are going here and the Habs going here. We're getting closer to each other. I don't think the timeline's going to match up again. I think by the time that the Habs are really good, the Bruins aren't going to be all that good again. You think Korpisalo should be traded? The Bruins should allow either Bussi or DiPietro to be the backups. You're not going to be able to move Korpisalo right now easily. You could retain, and maybe somebody wants him, but you're not going to get a bunch of value out of that. And then you have to go into the season with guys that are completely unproven at this level. They would still, even if the Ullmark trade happened and Korpisalo didn't come back, they were still going to sign a veteran goaltender to back him up and maybe be an AHL guy, much like the Kincaid stuff. Never had a hatred towards Montreal. Florida is my personal Montreal, but gonna hate playing them in the next couple of years. Yeah, Scarlett, you're young though, right? You don't have to obviously answer how young or anything like that, but the last 20 years have not been a very big rivalry between these two teams, so a lot of it has really calmed down for the Bruins-Habs stuff. If the rumors are that Gensel is only taking 8 a year, Lindholm might be a lot cheaper than expected. For some reason, I don't feel like those two affect each other all that much, but I will say one thing. That Saros deal, that extension, what was it, $7.75 million for 8 years? That could not have come at a better time. That was a great, great contract to see because you look Swayman in the eye and you go, you are not better than that guy. You're great, but you're not better than that guy. We're keeping you in the 7s. I don't know if that works, but still. How much do you pay those 20-goal scoring second-line wingers? Oh, not 7 to 8 million. I genuinely, if it's 7 to 8 million, DeBrusk can walk, and I'll be sad about it. But 5 to 6 million? Yeah, I wouldn't have blinked. I would have been like, sure, absolutely. There's real value there. I was on the Chandler Stevenson train, Dragon Master. I was. And a couple of weeks ago, I decided to start doing some deeper dives on a few of these guys that I was interested in. And I want to avoid Stevenson like the plague. The more I watched of him this season, looked at his line results, his analytics, No. Nope. I think he has been a negative player who has been masked by great line mates and good coaching. Nice logo, assholes. Utah. Who's doing your pick? Joseph Smith? Always hate the Habs, absolutely. Do the Bees go after Stamkos? They're going to be part of the conversation. They're going to be part of the conversation for sure. Toffoli, Lindholm, and Zadorov. Yeah. Don't love Zadorov, and he's asking for a lot of money. But Toffoli I would really like. Oh! Wow! A little earlier than I thought, actually. Little earlier than I thought. Wow. I mean, excellent player. No, I think they're getting a real one here. Leafs are my Habs. Toronto has taken the top rivalry spot for years. I think they have. I agree with that. Still hate the Habs more. The disrespect of offering Stamkos $3 million for 8 fucking years is baffling. Yeah, I think they were hoping on this whole, you know, maybe he just wants to stay in the league for a long time. I don't know. Scarlet, early 20s. Yeah. So there just hasn't been a lot in your memorable lifetime that gives you reason to hate the Habs. Did the Bruins sign Stamkos as he hits the market? I don't think he wants to be a Bruin, but that's a weird thing to say. I don't think he prefers to be a Bruin, and I think we'll probably get priced out by somebody who would really just love... Like, wouldn't Chicago, if they're just looking for more guys to put Bedard with, just love to pay Stamkos a little too much for a couple of years? You know? Top 8 team is the Panthers right now? Yeah, there's plenty of reason for that. I get that. Are Toronto and Boston rivals, or is it more of a father-son relationship? Yeah, it's fun for us to be like, oh, what a good rivalry, but it's really just us kicking their ass every year. It's not even kicking their ass, it's winning game 7s. I'll be the first pick of a franchise is pretty cool. Good for Teach. What about Skinner on the cheap? I'm intrigued. I'm not in love, but I'm intrigued with that. I hate the banter. I'm trying to listen to all this banter, and it's just not my taste of entertainment. Let's just go with that. Feel bad for Iggy Jr.? I wouldn't. No, there's a lot of young pieces there that are like, he's going to have a nice... That's going to be a great locker room, and I think he's going to do well there. Also, why would you want to go to Calgary right now? I know, like, your dad and all that kind of stuff, but... Jesus, no. Habs used to get all the best French-Canadian players. Yeah. That's how they won so many cups. Back when there were 6 teams. Still confused as to what the point of the Ullmark trade was. To get back in the first round. No, he didn't force our hand. Ottawa was not on his no-trade list. That has been since confirmed. But he told them he wasn't going to extend there, so he didn't have a lot of value. Other teams involved, I believe, were part of his no-trade list. And we wanted to move him. We wanted to get back in the first round. And I don't think it's a good trade. I'm not defending the trade all the way. There was reason for it. Wouldn't mind Monahan. I hate Sean Monahan. I hate Sean Monahan so much. So much. I hate the player. I never want him to be a Bruin. We could differ in opinions. I'm not just crapping on you. But I hate Sean Monahan. I would think Stamkos would want to be on a contender. Yeah, probably. You're not wrong for that. Centers are going quick. Oh, none of the high-value centers are dropping to 25. Guess I'm a Utah fan now. I mean, I'm definitely going to keep some tabs over there. Gonna get a Utah jersey before they have a real name. I've debated this, and I think the answer is no, but in parentheses next to it, yes, because I'm a weak little bitch who has no impulse control. So, clearly no, I'm not gonna do it. Trade for Johnny Gaudreau, sign Lindholm, they can play with Pasta. That would be pretty fun. I don't want to do that, but that would be fun. Skinner to breast replacement. Ah! Thank you for your input, Scott. I feel like you're just jabbing me at this point. You would avoid Skinner? Again, I'm intrigued. I'm not sold on that. What's up, Mario? Why the Monahan hatred? I think he's an empty calorie player. I think he can put up numbers on a team that's never actually going to do anything. And that's the only way he can play. Sucks defensively. Yeah, he's good at the face-off dot, but I don't like him. In years past, he's been a power play merchant. Lazy skater away from the puck. Don't like him. Lindholm 7.5, Duchesne at 6, Sway at 7.5. That means you've got Liesel up on the top 6 next year. Or Frederick. All right, Ottawa, what do we got? Wow, Connolly's already ranked as the next best prospect. Oh, there's no way. I was hoping he would at least fall long enough for me to be intrigued. What's up, certified Leaf hater? Monahan gets way more hate than Geeky. Absolutely. Who's my most hated player in the league, and why is it Sam Bennett? My most hated player in the league is still Brooks Orpik. It's not in the league anymore, but you know. Uh-oh. Okay. Connolly's still on the board. Only 17 picks to go. All right. A lot of defensemen going early, too. I didn't expect that. Oh, I guess just a couple defensemen. This guy is super talented. I've just heard a bunch of negative, too, about him. Struggles in coverage kind of stuff. Sometimes doesn't pay attention on the transition on the way back. Bit of a puck watcher. God, the Hitman jersey is so cool. I need one of those. Who is my most hated player in the league right now? That's actually a good question. I don't even know the answer to that. Who do I hate right now? I don't even think it is Bennett. It might still just be Crosby. Might just be Crosby. Dylan Wakely, overager, third in points in the O this year. 30-goal season with the battalion on the fourth line. Wow. That's pretty nuts. 104 points his first year playing top-line minutes. Overagers in the O are typically going to put in some pretty nice box score statistics. But damn, that is pretty good. Oh, you think he was a legitimate snub last draft? Intrigued by Domi if he doesn't resign, but personally I don't care for him. Personally I don't care for him, and also he fits in the Monahan camp for me. There's something that Domi does that I absolutely loathe, and it doesn't show up on any sort of statistic, right? He is, in a similar way to Pasta, I've said this before on this channel, he is a hopeful player. He goes with what he hopes will happen. Like, he's a positive attitude guy where he goes, I'm going to try to make this pass. And in the best case scenario, it's a backdoor tap-in. In reality, it has to go past 3 defenders. It's a turnover and a fast break the other way every fucking time. The guy is just so... And Pasta is like that, but he's a little smarter about it and also better at making that play achievable and happen, where Domi just doesn't have that level of talent. That drives me nuts with Domi. You get so many transition chances against when he's on the ice. Future Hall of Famer Brooks Orpik, how dare you? Ulf Samuelsson? Ulf Samuelsson did not injure Cam Neely. I mean, he did, but he didn't do the big injury. Brett Connolly. Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Is that what I said? Did I say Brett Connolly? Great. Good job by me. My brain pulled that one out. Yikes. Brady Tkachuk? He's not my most hated. Matthew Tkachuk is a punk. Cousins is a punk. Definitely hoping for a Heinen re-sign. Absolutely. 2 to 3 year contract. Under $3 million, preferable. Let's see it. Zeev was supposed to go high? Yeah, I think he's supposed to be a top 10er. I think. Yeah, he hasn't been picked yet. Jake Wallman's gritty and kisses me off. Dude, you get kissed off by Jake Wallman's gritty? I actually kind of liked him doing that. Kissing you off, I mean. Oh, Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson's definitely up there. I need more water. Oh, did you guys see that McAvoy and Marchand immediately picked for USA and Canada? Do you trade McAvoy for Draisaitl? Edmonton says no, but so do the Bruins. Neither one wants to make that trade. And I say no to that, 100%. I know center is an incredibly difficult position to find a superstar center. It is also incredibly difficult to find a superstar right defenseman. Bennett, Gallagher, and Wilson. Gallagher's a great choice. Admiral Autism, I appreciate that. You keep naming Bruins. I'll see if I even remember some of them. Gianta, that's a great one. That's a good one, though. Can't believe Don traded 25 pick to bring back Hall and Foligno. I'd be so mad if Foligno was coming back. Yeah, Holtby was an asshole because he was only good, like, this isn't true, but only good in the playoffs. Really? Huh. I thought he was going to go a little later. Again, I'm not overly educated on these guys, so it's a little tricky for me to say because the Bruins haven't been involved in the first round forever. You taking Maroon back on a 1-year, $1 million deal? He's there's no reason to at this point. No reason to at this point. With the Olmark trade bringing in, I can never remember his name, Kasteyev or whatever his name is. I don't know why I can't remember it. You've got your big tough fourth liner. You don't need to bring Maroon back. Wish more players did the Yakupov slide, Selly. How often did Yakupov get to use it, though? Zibanejad's one of your most hated? You gotta explain that one. You gotta explain that one. Not sure Edmonton says no if Dry is not resign. That's true. Yeah. McAvoy now on the contract and Dry telling them I'm walking. That's a trade they do. Absolutely. How many firsts are a part a trade for Draisaitl? Over, under 3.5? Under. I'd say 3 firsts. Lindholm could go the other way. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. I mean, I love the highlight, but that defenseman was the worst player in the league. Holy shit. Coberly, yep. I do like the way you spell it, though. Kaberla. Joachim Nordstrom. Matt Bolesky is a jab at me, and you know it. You know it. Sergei Gonchar. Yeah, I actually did forget that. Martin Jones, I didn't. I didn't forget about him. Max Talbot, I did. There's too many players that go in and out these days. Can we scrounge up blackmail material to get Beniers to the Beats? He's going to take another leap forward this year. He's going to be dirty, I bet, this year. Are you worried we might get a Bacchus Bolesky type free agent signing Monahan? If we sign Monahan. God, I hope we don't, though. I miss Andrew Ference. That's who I miss. Bolesky was the definition of a pylon. There are few players that I loathe the way I loathe Bolesky. Few Bruins, I should say. Tommy Wingles, Bruins legend. I'm ready to trade Liesel if you can bring high-end talent. I'm not. I mean, if you've got a deal you love, fine. But I'm not giving up on that skating. This dude is... I mean, he's one of the best skaters in the league already, and he's not even in the league yet. He's so fluid. It's nuts. Seth Griffith, Jesus. We're really hurting feelings right now, aren't we? Turco. Turco is well established, though. Gonna do a goodbye cap-friendly video? Probably not. I'm running out of time, too, because, I mean, Sunday I work all day, and then Saturday, Monday morning I'm up in Boston for the dev camp, so I'm not going to be doing a lot over the next week and a half. I'm going to try to see how I could maybe make a video while up there, but I don't have my setup or anything. And my setup isn't mobile, unfortunately. Campbell was a savage. Boychuk, I've got a close buddy whose Boychuk was his favorite Bruin. Loved the guy. And that trade broke him, man. I think he stopped watching the Bruins for a minute there. Rod Tugnuts. Liesel might make the team pending his health. I am getting a little bit of flutters from the organization that the expectation is for him to push for a place on the team out of camp. I think this is a year they're really expecting him to look good enough to do so. And I can promise you one thing. It's going to be night and day compared to last year's camp. And last year's camp couldn't have been worse for Liesel. Couldn't have been. Calgary's pick. Here we go. Dude, what is this stance? There he goes. They've been talking about this. Twitter's actually going nuts with this one too, that he kept falling. The flipping the bird to the Habs was the greatest celebration of hockey history, period. No one can convince me otherwise. 1 year legend, Gustafsson, yeah. Yeah, Patra's gonna be there. I wonder if I'll get to meet him. The thing is, I'm 10 years older than Patra though, and I'm just not gonna be this creepy guy who walks up and he's like, "Hey man, I'm a huge fan." You know, I'm reaching that age where I have to be a little more, normal. I think the only Bruin I've actually ever met in real life was David Krejci. Sergei Samsonov was one, like, growing up, huge fan. Let's just go with huge fan. Jordan Caron, oh my god. That guy, what a frustrating path all of that was. I like how you guys are like, get the demon off the board, leave the centers for the Bruins. Barkowski was awful. Smelling like beer and scratching the jaw. Hey, Matty, good to meet you, kid. You gonna win us a cup? This year, you gonna win us a cup? The next Bergeron? This sphere is nuts. That whole place is nuts. You're going to be there on the 2nd. Yes, definitely going to be in the building on the 2nd. Got to see Patra play for Golf the year before he came up. I didn't think his OHL performance was going to translate. I really wasn't high on Patra when they picked him. I'm not going to wear my Patra jersey to the Def Camp. I do appreciate that, though. The fact we'll be missing 2 top 6 spots if DeBrusk leaves alongside the turnover of the bottom 6 with young players. Wall-Star D is crowded is going to make it interesting offseason. Scarlett, you want me to make this worse? We have 4 spots that need to get filled in the top 6. So, if DeBrusk leaves. So there's that. Bottom 6 is fine, in my opinion. With Heinen, who I am assuming gets re-signed. Geeky. Frederick, who might actually do some second-line minutes, or I'm sure will take some second-line minutes. Patra is expected to be 3C out of camp, in my opinion. You've got your Beecher, you've got Brazeau. I mean, your bottom 6 is going to be very competitive. Kuntar is trying to make a leap. Very, very competitive. They're always going to have somebody to call up that's going to force their way into the lineup. I like where the bottom 6 is without any additions at all. Jason Allison, yeah! Everyone's good until they stink, though. Clearly get Patra to sign a Patra jersey. Oh. No, I don't like signatures on my jerseys. It would be cool, though. Give him tips on his forecheck. Dude, you know what? Patra just needs to get better and better at avoiding contact. Dude's slippery as hell. He just needs to be another level for that. He's just so small. Or plays small? I don't know. Guarantee a Hall of Fame career for Patra when we trade him. We're not trading Patra right now, unless it's Draisaitl coming back. John Michael Lyles, I don't miss that at all. Byron Bitts, God, how long ago was that? Pasta is the top 6. He really is with Marchand. I mean, Marchand's still very serviceable, very good top 6 guy. He's just not the Marchand of old. Pot's old teammate, Jet Lachanko. I love that name. You think he Canucks trading for anyone today? I don't know. I don't know what the Canucks plan is at this point. They seem to be getting kind of weird over there. They seem to be linked to some high cost wingers, but I don't see how they can make that work. This is taking forever. Oh, I love this. Bruins Network is also talking about Trevor Connolly. Yeah, Brody makes sense. The only thing with Connolly is people are gonna link it to like the Mayu stuff, or they're gonna link him to, I'm already forgetting the name of the guy that we brought in, and then quickly distanced ourselves from whatever his name was. Doesn't matter. You guys are really getting a view of how bad my memory is in this video. But Connolly had that whole thing where he was accused of the racial slur and all that. Oh, tripping on the way up is brutal. Salayev just went? Wow, they expected him to be a top 3 guy. Wow. Oh, that's right. Mitchell. That's right. But yeah, he's going to be linked with that kind of stuff. I think people are going to ignore the difference in severity and the work that Connolly has been putting into, like, better himself, his community, and be a better person. Because he genuinely, I mean, you can see it in all the reports about the amount of community service he's been doing and everything like that. So, but it's not going to be fun if he does fall all the way down to 25 and the Bruins pick him. Bruins might actually be gun shy on that, considering their total biff last year. Yeah, the Devils really are building a blue line of hell. Every single one of them big moves, or not big, but moves the puck, lays the body, creative. People are still just naming Bruins, and I love it. PJ Stock was everything, man. If Posse could grow like 4 more inches. No, I think he could get up by 15 to 20 pounds. I think he could get definitely bulkier. But he needs to keep that speed and slipperiness. It's a huge part of his game. I think McGroarty's going to be really tough to get, man. Really, really tough to get. You met Aaron Ward? That's pretty cool. And Brent Ashton. Nice. Good night, Brian. Thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for the prediction as well. This top 15 went through a randomizer. Yeah, there's still a couple of talents, though, that are, man, still very much on the board. Gregory Campbell is best known for getting injured. Anyone remember when Chris Kelly broke his leg? Yeah, well, Campbell blocked a shot and played for another full minute on a broken femur. I mean, that's... If you're going to be remembered for something, that's a pretty good way to be... Against the Penguins of all teams, you know? Seth Griffith. Again, the Seth Griffith. And yeah, I mean... That guy had a lot of tools, just not the toolbox. San Jose better grab a winger. Yeah, you want somebody who can, in the next year or two, play in that top 6 who actually belongs there. The femur is a bit more important than a fibula, but if you break either one, trust me, it's going to be very hard to play hockey. Ryan Spooner! Yeah, there was a lot of guys in that era who... I flash in the pan, someone said it earlier. A lot of guys in that span of like 8 years. Last time I checked, men stopped gaining height somewhere between 21 and 23. Scarlett, I'm going to push back on that, but I don't know the science. But I was my full height by like 17. I'd love it if you would grow a couple inches, though. If you know what I mean. I mean height. What do you think? He's a child. Cavalry, what's up? I am hoping that Trevor Connolly falls all the way to 25th. But I am not very educated on this first round because we just got back into it and I was lazy and didn't do my due diligence on a round I didn't think we were going to be in. There he is. Wow, she called it. She just said that. Tanner Howe falls. Yeah, I like how everyone's kind of got a different guy they're hoping falls. It seems like there's a handful of still a lot of talent. There's still a lot of picks to go because this is taking forever. We're creeping towards an hour right now and we're not even at pick 15. We're not even, this is the 11th pick. Yikes. Lucky enough to meet Cam Neely. Nice. That's awesome. I hear he's really cool in person, too. Remember Stamkos breaking his femur against the Bruins on my birthday was at the game. Wow. I remember that, too, because I remember the hit happening, and the second contact was made, and Stammer went sideways. I was like, oh, my God, he just shattered his leg. And I think everybody knew it. In the moment, if you saw the hit, everyone just went, that dude's done for the season. I don't know, like, it was one of those rare hits that you just know a guy's not getting up from. NFL draft is much worse. Oh, that's funny. Somebody just said, I was just reading something on Twitter, that they said they did the, Gail. Gail said she did the NFL draft and it was a hell of a lot faster. Gail reports on the Bruins. What's her last name? I can't find it now. Actually, I feel like I should definitely... I can't just shout someone out and then not find it. Troiani. Gail Troiani on Twitter. She does a great job, too. Here we go, Philly. This is a huge pick for Philly. They've got some exciting news recently. They've got guys coming in to help. They've got a lot of decisions to make this offseason. They need to hit on this pick. Trevor, if Connolly drops to 25 because of his issue previously, the racial slur that he was accused of using, do you think the Bruins are too gun-shy on that history to go with it? Hold on. Dogs are spicy tonight. I actually live in a kind of a bad neighborhood, so I'm not sad that they bark at things. There's no way Zeev is falling to 25. That would be pretty ridiculous. Kobasu. Only game I ever went to was when they clinched the playoffs in 2017, and Marchand was one measly goal short of 40, and he speared Touched in the nuts and got himself taken out for the rest of the season. That is Marchand. What's up, John Lambert? How's it going, bro? Velma, why are you so upset tonight, huh? Why are you upset? You can't just tantrum your way through life. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. She's a good dog. Have I been watching the PWHL team? I haven't had the time. I really haven't. Maybe I just haven't made the time. I don't know. My life feels so busy all the time. As soon as I saw his leg bend backwards at the post, the whole crowd went, what the fuck? Yeah. That Stamkos injury was just brutal. It was awful. And he was, before all the cups and even after all the cups, he's an easy guy to root for. I like Stammer. Wait, what? Holy. Did someone trade? We knew this was on the block. They were trying to move it. Time's out. Velma, this is important. I'm sorry. Hold on. Don't get upset. It's the Flyers. They're gonna screw it up. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what the Flyers do. They screw it up. I know. All right, go on. Go on. Go on. Go play with your brother. Go on. Oh, she's so mad at me right now. Met Neely in Dallas also. I was totally starstruck, got on an elevator with him, and I became a motor mouth. That's brutal. Started talking to him about Ulf Samuelsson. Oh, no. Dude. Dude. That's brutal. Hey, time's up, dude. This is the thing. God, this is brutal. It has been an hour. We're on pick 12. Let's go, guys. Why is the NHL so bad at doing this stuff? Oh, she found a toy. And she just dropped it off for me and now she's leaving. Okay. All right. I love you, baby. Oh, man. Trade DeBrusk for a second and a top 6 center. First of all, I don't think anyone's making that trade, even if DeBrusk was signed for another 8 years. And second of all, DeBrusk is a free agent in 4 days. I don't think there's much to do there. Velma, what are you doing? Do not take... I wish you guys could have seen that. She walked right in, grabbed a sock out of the bureau, and just ran off with it. As soon as I said her name to stop doing it, she was like, that's mine. What a little brat. She's literally throwing a tantrum right now. This is who I've raised? Somebody who throws a tantrum with socks? Thank you for putting it back. Thank you. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you for apologizing. You are a bizarre dog. She's so spoiled. Yeah, can Philly hurry up? They lose the pick. It goes to, I'm just going to randomly pick a team in my head. The Boston Bruins. They handed it to Bettman, and Bettman can't read. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough, guys. Would I be willing to wear a jersey for the stream? It's kind of warm in here. Here we go. Trade. What do we got? It's probably Ottawa. Well, no, a big part of that was them going backward from 7 to 12. Who would trade up for a defenseman? Minnesota? Oh, they'd be only going up once. Yes! Wow, I nailed that. I nailed that right before it was announced. They're picking a defenseman. They're picking a defenseman. I always wondered how those conversations go. Because do they call them up and be like, hey, I'm taking this guy. Do you want this pick? Right? Like, it's only a one pick difference. How confident are you that Philly's picking the guy that you want? Yes, of course Montreal got the steal of the draft and Demidov. Well, we don't know that yet, but still. That is actually good reporting. I'm just being bitter right now. Oh, that's right. The clock starts over for Minnesota because they didn't know who they wanted to pick after making this trade. Oh my God. It's a defenseman for sure. For sure. Also, Philly wanted the player that badly. Why trade? Yeah, right? I trade our entire top line for McDavid and a first. I bet somebody says no to that. And it's the Oilers. You would be happy if the Bruins made every pick this round from here on out so the draft would speed up. Yeah. Because we would only take fourth round guys with like fourth line ceilings. All in the first round. I'm joking. I don't think Sweetie drafts like that. But he does love a high floor. God, does he love it. Who's it going to be? Our top line is not Pasta, Zaka, and Geeky. That's just how we finish the season. Shut up. We'll be honest, if we ain't at pick 20 by 9 p.m., I'm straight up going to bed. Scarlett, I got some bad news for you. Oh no, my screen froze. All that anticipation in ESPN Plus is gonna crash on me. What the fuck? Oh no. Come back. I know the page is unresponsive. I can't believe I just got robbed. What the It's Zeev. Okay, I knew it. I'd love to watch ESPN Plus. You suck. Who announced the pick? Only the top 10 gets to bring out special people to announce, right? I am getting jobbed. Dude, yes! Oh my god! Zeev and Faber? Wait, do they play opposite sides? Dude's been living in Denver, Colorado, too. Who has ever pronounced his name correctly? Because I bet I'm not. NHL role model is Quinn Hughes. Isn't Quinn Hughes like 21 years old? What are we doing right now? How old is Hughes? Is he like 24? Geeky puts up 50 this year. 50 what? Couldn't tell you, but it'll be 50. 50 pims, baby! Yeah, I actually think this trade for Minnesota was the right one because I think Philly was going to go best on the board, which I think is probably Zeev. And Minnesota couldn't miss out on this. Like, this is just a way to your blue line is set if this guy is what you think he is. Faber is going to be an elite 2A guy like McAvoy. And then you've got this dude just burying pucks. Ugh. Geeky with 50 games played. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, Philly, you better know who you're picking. If I see Briere on the phone, I'm going to put my foot through his ass. I'm going to get on a flight right now. It's on. Oh, dang. Mr. Squirrel? Yeah, that makes sense. Mr. Squirrel's all zeeved up. Why a delay of clock for a trade? I don't know. There's a lot of gray area with the timing of it all. Do you know how drunk I would be at this? I've been sitting here for an hour watching these people just walk up and say names I can't pronounce. I'd be hammered. Like, these people are sitting here in mostly silence, right? They're just whispering to each other like they're watching a musical. At least I get to talk with you guys. Oh my gosh, I do gotta buy a Utah jersey because it'll be an Iginla Utah jersey. Are those available right now, actually? Oh, it's Fanatics. No one's life is as difficult as mine. Except for, like, a lot of people. But, like, other than them, no one's life is as difficult as mine. Just no one. Dickinson is a goated last name. You know, it leads to some questions. The last name leads to at least a few concerns. See, personally, I think Dick Addison is probably a better way to go about it. But, hey, that's just me. Just a small-town guy from Massachusetts. Worcester, you know. My pick is going to make it to 25 unless the Bees somehow trade up. Oh, isn't going to make it. Who's your pick, Arctic? Who is the interviewer on the chair? Are you talking about Leah Hextall? Wait till the rebrand? Dude, the rebrand is alive. It's already started. I hope Fanatics has good jerseys, but not holding my breath. I mean, they've had jerseys for years, and they've been just dog water. Pasta 120 points as top 3 in goals. I think Pasta wins a piece of hardware next year. God, I hope so at least. Worcester County! Oh, that's right. Haggis. That's right. David, I think you're talking about Leah Hextall, the one who's like interviewing the players after, and she's on a separate chair. Oh yeah, right, because it's the families next to the prospect. So yeah, that's Leah Hextall. I'm like big on getting more female commentators in the league. Like, I really like that. I am not a Leah Hextall fan. I am really not a Leah Hextall fan. Hoping for Letourneau. Tage 2.0. Tage took a while to get there, but hell yeah. What time do the Bees pick? I think 3 a.m. That's what we're looking at this point. I need a new Anaheim jersey. I need an Anaheim jersey. It's the only jersey that or an active team, other than Utah, that I do not have a jersey from. The dev camp times are put up all morning times. Yeah. So because of the morning times, I might not be there day one because I fly in that morning and I don't think I actually land until dev camp is well underway. But I'll be there the other 3 days. And because they're all morning, that means I get to go on July 4th and then still party that night. Which, I mean, guys, if anybody's out there July 4th, let's go to a bar. Let's meet some people. Have some drinks. Every GM and Bettman get together before the draft and all agree to make it as slow and frustrated as possible for the fans. Yeah. Luckily, it's a Friday night. Philly's gonna fuck me. They're gonna take Connolly. I know it. I know it. Because they have wasted now. Their pick started at 8:23. 8:23. It is 8:41. Now, of course, I'm talking about the one they traded, but still. Oh wait, no, 8:28. Sorry, 8:28. Still 13 minutes. Come on. God, that is a horrible haircut. Look at that haircut. Yikes. Oh, hello, Mr. Buffer. Buffer? I hardly know her. I have no idea what you're talking about. Coyle's plus-size drunk sister announced it. I do not know what you mean by that at all. I don't think I want you to explain that either. I want a Dallas third jersey, Seattle home, and new Anaheim. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Get this one for Seattle. It's so clean. It's so clean. I forgot it was on the wall. All right. Dude, announce the pick. God, we don't care. Announce the pick. Oh my God, drag it out, dude. There's Luchenko. Oof. Oof. Sorry, Arctic Zero. They gotcha. Love that the Wild have officially gone back to green and gold. I love the Wild jerseys. David, seriously? Because I will go out to Vegas. Absolutely. 100% I'll go out to Vegas. Have a drink with you. Go to a game with you. That'd be sick. The 3-hour halftime show they introduce. I might have to make some final decisions about the way my life is going if that happens. We're gonna have Phil Kessel announce the pick. Check my Facebook messages. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm getting bossed around out here. Oh, all the timings? Yeah. Yep. Have they announced the, because this I haven't seen. Have they announced the players for it? I love you, man, but criticizing other people's haircuts, glass house much? Oh, buddy, why throw a stone if you're not standing outside of your glass house? It's way more fun that way, way more intense. And also, great point. Trying to start a new series to binge and you're just like behind the bee, though? Have you watched Shoresy? Because my fiance loves that show. If you take more than 5 minutes to draft a player, you should be forced to give up your best player to the Bruins, and their contract money is reformed to $950K with whatever term they have left. I got a better idea that doesn't only benefit the Bruins. Before the draft, every team has to write down what they consider their biggest rival, right? And it can't be some bullshit. They have somebody checking these, like a fan checking these, being like, that's not true. That's not true. Put it down, right? And if they take more than 5 minutes, they have to give the pick to their biggest rival. That would speed these things up so fast, and it wouldn't be only Bruins-centric. Although I do like your idea, Scarlett. Fetus, maybe Coyle's sister is just a fun-loving gal, you know? A jovial type. I do know the type that you're talking about. But hey, you know. Arctic Zero, 1 of 3 gone. Yeah, I guess you're still working with 2 there, so that's not too bad. My favorite part about Sweeney is that he's quick with his pick announcements. Can't wait for him to walk up, not have any sort of special guest, just say the pick and walk away. Yeah, exactly. I would be absolutely hammered if I was there live. Come to Alaska and see all the NHL we don't have get to have. Dude, I do want to go to Alaska. I just hear it's gorgeous out there. Where do you find dev camp times? They're all over Twitter right now, but if you literally just look up 2024 development camp, you should be able to find it on Google. But they're all early morning, like 9:30 a.m., 11 a.m. First couple days seem to be split between forwards and defensemen. And my hair does look kind of bad right now. Torts will break him. Torts will mold him. Oh, they're also on the website. Cool. If you get Hulu, you'll watch Shoresy. It's good. It's so worth it. It's such a great show. Johnny coming in with the Hallmark trade again. I think the trade made sense. It just wasn't what we wanted. I don't think it was good. But I understand it at least. Oh, was everyone drunk when Coyle's sister was being crazy? Because that's not a fair comparison. Auto draft should be enabled when a team takes too long. That's actually a really good idea. I almost went to Seattle this last season. Didn't end up working out financially, but we were close. David, I'll take you up on that offer. I'll come up to Alaska. You buy me a beer, and then I'm going to fight a bear. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be really fun. Draft is going slower than Maroon's skates. Actually, I still think Maroon's slower. Now, Forbort, on the other hand. Is Montreal still and always will be our biggest rival? Historically, yes, but I think Toronto is the current biggest rival. You can come into my cottage in wait, is that saying Muskie, Canada? I do have a passport. I feel like you're gonna murder me, but I'm kind of down. Let's see how this goes. Muskoka. Okay, that makes way more sense than Muskie. Montreal is no longer a rival. They'll always at least be a little bit of a rival. Yeah, Seattle nailed it. I love their brand. I love their logo. Lindy, the smattering of applause. There's a bear who lives outside your work window. I would never get anything done. I'd just watch the bear. Dude, there's so many people who are inviting me to games. This is great. Thank you, Dustin. Hell yeah. Hellenius. Interesting. Yeah, it's not a good sign when the commentators are immediately like, let's talk about Celine Dion. No, this is ballpark where people had him projected, it looks like. I just don't know a lot about this one. Hellenius. Wow, that is... This dude is bright, man. Look at the wingtips at the back end there. This dude's ready to party. That's a man who dances alone on the dance floor, and that's a compliment. Hell yeah. Yeah, Buffalo did make this way faster. I like it. Scarlett, I'm just reading through your board ads complaint. It's the rich versus the poor, Scarlett. That's what it always will be. Alright, if I go up to Muskoka at some point, we better get fucking slizzard together. We need the beer flowing. Tequila shots. Like, let's go. Four rows behind Cap's bench, right on tunnel. Great seats, wrong bench. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wrong bench is always fun, though. Like, I'm not one of those mutants that's slamming on the boards all the time, but I like to maybe throw a few jabs at the players. Donnie, start making calls for Cole. There's actually, I think we're creeping towards, all right, if it's not too expensive to move up. It's tough, though, because it's usually too expensive to move up. Yeah, Stamkos was lowballed hard by the team that he's played for his entire career. Hate to see it. Actually, for Stammer, I do hate to see it. I have a lot of respect for Stammer. Wow, Hellenius was ranked as high as 3rd early on. I didn't know that. Interesting. I love Seattle's shoulder patch, too. I think the logo is just absolutely incredible. It's one of the cleanest jerseys in the league. Love it. Johnny Rockaway, we are doing more live game watch parties next season. I'm not... I've seen some of Steve Dangle's every now and again, and he, like, does the play-by-play. I'm not so sure I'm going to do that. But I like kind of the chill atmosphere of hanging out and talking about the game with you guys. I put on my Bruins page today is the day 99% of people will make bad comments about a kid they know nothing about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The criticisms that these kids face immediately are completely unfair, which is why I try not to really do that. I will do a video where I'm like, I don't actually like this so much. I don't think it's going to translate to the professional game, but it's certainly not a, hey, this kid sucks, or the team screwed up by picking him. Dustin, you're also a chirper. There you go. It's the only place I really chirp. I'm not like a trash talker or anything like that, but once in a while I'll just yell something out. Although it's been a while since I've done that. Yeah, Stammer's not a center anymore at all. He hasn't done it in years. Stamkos wants $5 million. If it's $5 million 3 years, I got no problem chucking him on the wing. No problem. I got an entire bar. Let's fuck. Yeah. That'll do. An entire bar will certainly do. Stamkos is a player I most want to hate but can't. That's a great question. Who is the player you wish you could hate the most, but you just can't do it? Like, Ovechkin is probably that guy for me. I hate Ovechkin, but I don't really hate Ovechkin. He's a historic player no matter how you look at it. And so is Crosby, but Crosby's a little bitch the whole time. Ovechkin's not some little bitch. Didn't Hellenius have the same amount of points as Laine in the same league? I don't know, but I'd believe you. Need to get hammered then do the play-by-play? I get scared being live drunk. I'm a little afraid of what I might say. Wolf Warrior, we're going to do it. We're going to do some live streams. I wish I could do what Dangle does and have, like, the game up, but legally I can't. 2-year deal at $5 million? I'd jump all over that. Absolutely. 2 years is my ideal with Stammer, but I think he's going to require 3. Stammer replaces JDB. Yeah, but the defensive drop-off is pretty massive between those two players. Stamkos has not been good defensively the past couple seasons. You come back home, we'll get shitty at the Red Apple Farm. Oh, the Red Apple Farm. Spent some of the best years of my life while working on that farm. Yeah. Little Lidstrom action. 3rd best defenseman of all time. Gretzky and Ovechkin for me. Like, I'm not old enough to really have a true opinion about Gretzky. Can't hate McDavid. Oh, Nygaard. Okay. Matthews. Didn't expect to see Matthews on that list. Bobrovsky, I loathe. So you're a better man than me. Texier traded to St. Louis. Yeah, he's a bottom 6 scorer, though. I don't think Texier is going to be much more than that. I will puke if Ovi beats Gretzky's record. We're already in the realm where he might as well just do it, right? Because people are going to put asterisk if he doesn't and asterisk if he does. Like, just beat it at this point. And he's going to, I think. And that is historic. Like, I know you'll probably hate it, or clearly you'll hate it, but it's pretty crazy. It's pretty cool. What are the Bruins' top 3 targets for the 25th pick? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think it's best player available to them. I don't think they're looking for position. But this is such a crapshoot late in the draft. I haven't heard anything from the Bruins organization of what they want to do. My dream scenario didn't materialize. Bennett gets slashed in the balls on missed calls and shot deflects off his face into the goal for Oilers series winner with 3 seconds left. That would have been an all-time moment for everyone not in Florida. I guess it would be an all-time moment for everyone in Florida too, but in a different way. What's the plan next week for the dev camp? I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to have my phone with me. I don't have, a mobile setup, and I can't afford to, just buy a laptop and all that kind of stuff that can support going up there and, live streaming the whole time. But I'm looking to be there the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the dev camp. So Haig is still on the board. Bosvert, or however you say his name, is still on the board. Connolly is still on the board. Greentree. I mean, all guys that were basically expected to be on the board. But guys that people seem pretty okay with getting. Letourneau. I do not want anyone with the name Richie, by the way, because I'm looking down here and there's Ryder Richie. I just don't want him. There's a Linus Eriksson? How about that? My pick is Trevor Connolly if he falls far enough. I don't know a ton about Yeager Surin, but the little bit I did look at with him had much more to do with his work ethic, which is great to hear. But a lot of times those are your guys that are, I mean, he's your 4th, maybe 3rd liner, because he's just go guy, which translates well to the league, but you still have to have that really high end talent. That's just what I've heard, though. I do not have rock solid stuff on my end of as far as opinions go. Admiral, you want him to beat the record? Yeah. And all with one team, too. Yeah, good point. That would be really cool. I can't hate most players in the league, and the ones I do hate, I loathe them with a passion. See, the thing is, I can hate plenty of guys, but it's fan hate. I wouldn't walk down the street and mock them or something. I'd shake their hand and say hello or whatever, but no, it's all fan hate. They're still people. And who they are off the ice is usually much different than who they are on it. Hope Haig drops to the Bs or we get Letourneau. I mean, there's some options. They're available. Where is Surin projected to go? Oh, I see. He's supposed to be a late first rounder. Oh, I see. Surin has had bad decision making for NHL ice. You mean as a player? Hell yeah, Dustin. Hell yeah. Top 3 targets: Zaboral, Senishin, and DeBrusk. DeBrusk, I still stand by that pick. I actually stand by the Zaboral pick, too. He just could never catch a break and never put it together. The Senyshyn pick, yikes. That just never even got close to working out. Bozak and Matt Cook. Matt Cook's such a piece of shit. You're a check. All right. I mean, these aren't the guys we're asking for. We keep creeping closer. The 2015 horror, the worst. The thing is, anybody who still like brings that up as the main reason for disliking Sweeney, it's not fair. You're talking 9 years ago. Like, yeah, that wasn't a great string for him. He's also had some excellent draft picks since then, with very minimal chances at the top of the draft. Matt Cook is a trash player and a trash human being. Matt Cook's a bad person. Like, he's a bad person. Certain game won't translate to the NHL speed. He's too direct with no space. Interesting. Interesting. Easerman? Interesting. Haven't heard a lot of people talking about him. Yeah, it might literally be... Yeah, it's going to be closer to an hour until the Bruins pick. This is so slow. I didn't expect... I thought this live stream was going to be like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Oh, I love that. The mom with the tears in the eyes. Ugh. Family moments. Hell yeah. DeBrusk $6 million for 5 years. I would do that. I know that's like on the richer side of it, but I would do that. We traded Joe Thornton? I'm kidding. The later picks will go a lot quicker. I mean, this Blues one did. He walked up and got to business. Love that. All right, we got a commercial. I am going to go get some water. I'll be right back. Yes, literal water. Literal water. Got to see Velma. We need a Larry sighting. Oh, you weren't here for this. Larry is, I mean, he'll be back soon. but he was in the hospital today. He's fine. Just tried to eat a bunch of crap. Yeah, my chair should make our pick. We do need some finishers. I love someone who's good at finding the back of the net. Patra will be at the dev camp. No shield. He will be. Yeah, I can find the dev camp times. Hold on. Oh, Parasac. Okay. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Oh, now I'm not going to be able to find it on the website. Hold on, I'll just find a picture of it. No, that's 2023. God, why is this so ridiculous? Wow, you are not an idiot. It's just not showing up on their website. That's interesting. If you have Twitter, I can put the link up for it. Did she just say Braden Point as a comparable? That's quite a compliment. How many rounds does the NHL go? Does it go 7? That is the link to see the the Dev Camp times. Ty Anderson posted on Twitter. I don't know why I can't find out the website either. Yeah, Vetus. Larry just likes to eat things that he shouldn't. And I feel bad, but like this time it was a toy that he's had for over a year. Over a year, and he just decided it was time. Didn't Hellenius get KO'd by Joshua earlier this year? I don't know, but that sounds brutal. Yes, 107 points as a 17-year-old, WHL or not, is pretty damn good. Another big pick for Chicago. Every pick the next couple of seasons is really huge for them. Man, this guy, all his highlights are benefiting from really great plays from his line mates. Robert, I don't, like, if he goes off the board, but the conversation is, this guy has the talent to be a first rounder, but there's question marks, but, like, a top-tier talent, they're just not sure if he puts it together, I'm fine taking a swing like that. Yeah, I'm just not seeing the dev camp date. I see the dates, just not the times, Joshua. This is where Connolly's gonna go. This is where Connolly's gonna go. Or Haig. Ooh, boy. There's still a lot of talent. It feels like there's a lot of names that were expected to go earlier. The 6'7" center the Bees were rumored to want. There's been so many rumors, I'm not even sure which one you're talking about. You know that scenario when the line at the deli is 15 customers deep and the chick in front of you doesn't know what she wants when she gets to the counter? Yeah, that's this whole draft. Letourneau's there, man. Letourneau's there. Looks like he's not going to be a pick soon either. But, I mean, with the way things have been going, who knows? Yeah, I've already drank one energy drink because, I mean, again, I got 3 hours of sleep last night because I spent it in the ER with Larry, and I had a 5 a.m. wake-up time to go back to the building that I had brought him to because I worked there. Oh, it's Letourneau. Okay, I get it. It's Connolly. Really? Well, that's a bummer for one of you. I forget who said it, but they really wanted Boisvert. Who I'm sure I was calling Bosford earlier or whatever. Boisvert does roll off the tongue. Yeah. I thought they were going to try to grab someone. That's why I mentioned, what's his face? The other center that's still up there right now. Oh, Haig. Because they want someone behind Bedard. I don't think they feel like they have that right now. Well, there's a whiny dog up front. Some people might be home. Yep, people are home. Larry is back. What's up, Michael? How's it going? Scarlet, you poor thing. 9:15 and we're only on pick 18. Or pick 19 now. Larry. Larry, you already have something in your mouth again. Of course he does. It's the worst dog ever. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. Hello, my love. Hi. Yeah, Larry made it, everybody. He survived. Arctic, I like how you put that. He may have a high ceiling as Tage, or possibly lower. He might be worse than Tage. Just maybe. Unlikely, though. You good?
He almost killed us on the way home.
Oh, he almost killed you on the drive home?
Yeah.
Good. That sounds very much like Larry.
He also... Yeah. I'm not even getting into all of it.
I will be freed up in about 6 hours when the first round finally ends. We've been watching for almost 2 hours now, and we are on pick 19. The NHL's really bad at stuff.
I just feel like...
Do you want to come say hi? Do you want to...
Like
you just came from work. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. I don't know. I feel like people want to say hi. You don't have to. You don't want to. She doesn't want to. She's not going to say hi. Everyone's getting pumped for Larry, though.
I mean, he could say hi.
Arctic, you're right. It is true for most picks.
Oh my god!
What's he doing?
He's in the fucking trash!
He's such a jerk. He's immediately going for the trash when he gets home. Alright. I'm gonna close my door. Oh, did you want... I thought... Oh my gosh. I mean, you can... There he is. This is Larry. He's a complete asshole, and he keeps trying to eat shit. But he's cute. All right, go on. Good luck.
Thanks.
Yep, that's a high quality fiance right there. Wow. God, they do trade away from him, huh? Oh, could you hear her say he's in the trash? Oh, no. David, dude, I am so out of my league with this. You don't even know. Not only is she way hotter than I am, she makes more money than I do. She's way smarter than I am. I don't think there's anything I'm better at. It's just, she really has a way of picking them, I think. I think she's actually kind of bad at picking men. If you know, whatever, it's fine. Larry could not survive in the wild, though. He'd be dead in a week. Or he'd just be that indestructible junkyard dog, you know? Shocked Yzerman's still on the board? Yeah. I mean, I'm shocked Connolly's still on the board. He is cute. God, he is really, really cute. It is something. Him being cute makes a big old difference in his survivability, I think. The Don Sweeney of the dating world. That's pretty insulting to Don Sweeney, I think. Tell her she would have a losing draft team? Yep. She's not good at picking them, man. That's okay. So that's the only thing she's bad at, and I benefit from it. Do I think Boston will take the best center available? No. I think they'll take the best player available. I don't think they're picking for position at this point. There's too many holes in this lineup, and the center that they're drafting is not going to be ready anytime soon. Let her announce the Bruins pick. Hell yeah. You would see her in front of this many people. She doesn't exactly love to present, which is funny because she's got a conference she's going to soon where she is the she's like speaking on some sort of surgical thing that she did at work. It's pretty crazy, actually. Here we go. Who do we got from Vegas? Oh yeah, I'm gonna marry that girl. She got a big old ring on her finger, or a big enough ring. We'll call it a big enough ring. So the LQ bracket challenge, the low quality bracket challenge, was won by a Panthers fan. Yeah. There's Connolly. Fuck you, Vegas. Damn it. I wanted him to. I was talking myself into him the whole time. And it's Vegas, too. That makes it feel way worse. That sucks. Damn, man. Vetus, that's awesome. A rescue pooch. That's awesome, man. Just take the steps. Spend the time, take the steps to train him. We're trying to do that with Larry. It's not working, but I believe. Vegas gets Connolly. They've got to start holding on to these first rounders eventually and seeing what they turn into. I hate Vegas. I hate it so much. I do want to watch a game there really badly, though. That's okay, Scarlett. Thanks for following along. I'm surprised you're still awake just because we're dragging ass. We're close though now. Pick 20 coming up in the next 5 minutes or so. He'll be a bust. Joshua, congratulations! Congratulations! Dubs in the chat for Joshua. Got engaged last week in Aruba. Destination engagement. That's the way to do it. David, absolutely, man. We'll find a way to make it work. Just give us someone with a fun name. I do love fun names. I do. And now I can hear Larry in the backyard just barking at people and life and things. I hate listening to them be like, absolute steal, love this guy, excellent player. Ugh, whatever. I mean, it's a stretch that he would have fallen 5 more picks. At this point, what is the cost to trade up to Yzerman? Probably swapping our pick, and then I would say a third next year, maybe a fourth. Well, no, I would say a third next year. I don't think it'd be that expensive. Oh, they're walking up, so it looks like they're making, or are they walking up? Am I understanding that correctly? There is still a possibility that this pick gets traded, because the closer we get to it, the more it's like, does somebody want someone here? Is someone looking to trade up for this? Yeah, Haig's still on the board. Letourneau is still on the board. Yzerman's still on the board. Pink poop emojis. All right, that's one thing to say. What's up, Echo? I was wondering if you would find your way in here. Yeah, this at worst, it looks like the Bruins are going to get someone that we could at least for the next couple of years be excited about, keep an eye on. There's still enough interesting guys where you're kind of excited. McCrimmon, you're such a whatever, dude. Put an ego on this friggin' guy. I really wanted him now. I hate when I talk myself into this. Wait, is Solberg still on the board, or did he go? I forget. I forget if he got taken. And Green Tree is still available as well. Yeah, there's still some guys. Yzerman will be gone in the next 5. I mean, that's a guess. Most of the players we just named, we're starting to get to that drop-off point, so they're starting to just going to go for talent. Down to 10 seconds on the clock, too. Do we have to take the whole 3 minutes every time? Do we have to? They're talking about Yzerman right now as the pick. Obviously, we don't know yet, but they're talking about it right now. Dude, Sir 50, I'm glad you're hanging out with me, man. This is me being happy that you guys are here. I appreciate the kind words, but that's... You guys are doing me a favor, not the other way around by any means. Solberg is still there, okay. Anders Lee. God, handsome fella. Look at this guy. Got the open button. Oh, hands in the pockets. You're not uncomfortable at all. There he is. There's Yzerman. Also, why are you announcing that like you're trying to seduce every mom in the building? What is going on with you, Mr. Lee? Yeah, Yzerman gone. Letourneau to the Leafs feels like it makes sense. Yeah, Sean, Omar would have had more value if he said he was extending there, but I mean, I am a very much player empowerment kind of guy. It's his right to be like, nah, I'm not interested in extending. I mean, what, is he going to do us a favor? We're trading him, you know? Some of these hockey GMs are pretty large 3 minutes, yeah. Rip the dream. There's still a dream. There's still a few guys. Haig is still there, by the way. Three minutes is a long time. Is a long time. I like to say that about, 30 seconds is a long time, depending on what you're doing. I make high quality fiance do planks so she can figure out what a long amount of time is, It really helps my own game appear better. And Green Tree's still there, too. Local needs us fans like a guy at a bar needs his drinking buddies. It's mutual. Hell yeah, it is. It is absolutely mutual. I would love to grab a beer with you guys. It would be so fun. Favorite part of the night, not a single team has congratulated Panthers on the cup. Why would they? Screw them. Screw them. Do they? Is that typically a thing? I don't watch a lot of the drafts. I kind of just follow on Twitter usually. It took me a while to convince my girlfriend of the 3 minute thing. Yeah, it's a you're really gonna wear them down. Yeah, they're actually like we just talked about Connolly being a steal of the draft, and everyone's like, this Yzerman pick is an absolute robbery. It's such a steal. Ugh. Man, I really wanted Connolly. Josh was just trying to get us all to his bar, man. And I'm down. Would have traded him to Colorado for their first and took Gio. He only has 1 year left. I don't think that Colorado was dangling there first. I also think Colorado was on his no-trade list. I think he really didn't want to go out west and just chose that entire section and just was like, nope, not going out there. Live about an hour north of the Panthers Stadium in Sunrise. Yikes. That's tough place to wear Bruins gear these days. The most mediocre 15-second wienering. Hey, what if it was the most moderate 15-second wienering? That's not bad. Moderate feels better than mediocre. Have a feeling that the Flyers will fumble with Yzerman. Oh, no, that was the Islanders. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you mean. Badone, or however you say his name, Bowden. I can never figure out these draft names before they actually say them. Was good this year. I mean, I'm fine with it. Again, he's one of those guys that feels like he's a bottom sixer ceiling, but I'm not an expert on this draft by any means, so I don't really want to go out of my way to make a fool of myself. But from what I've read on him, he seems like more of a bottom six guy. Who saw Seneca going number 2? No, he went number 3, but yeah, that was pretty. I mean, they predicted it because all the insiders suddenly had him at number 3. But it feels like a little bit of a jump. Especially Demidov right there. I mean, the fact that he's at 5, really. Man, people are taking this Russia thing, I think, a little too harshly. Especially while Carolina continues to grab Russian players and feel great about them. Oh, they're talking about the same thing on the broadcast too. Might piss the tens of Panthers fans. Hey, I am glad, not that the Panthers won, but there are some diehard Panthers fans out there that oh, Hold on. Is there a streaming issue here? There we go. Shoot, what was I just saying? Yeah, there's some diehard Panthers fans that deserved that cup, man. There's Hage. God! I didn't think they were going to go center. I'm a little surprised by that, actually. Damn. Damn, man. And to the Habs. Ugh. Dang, man. All right. Man, who is... I'm still stuck on Connolly, really. Green Tree still up there. Yeah, we were right. These guys were going to start going quick. Letourneau's still up there. Solberg's still out there. I mean, Solberg might be kind of a snag at this point. I don't think he makes it 3 more picks, though. I don't think Solberg makes it 3 more picks. Oh, it's his favorite team. Oh, get fucked. All right, that was rude. I didn't need to do that. There's no reason to do that. Oof, that's a highlight. That's a highlight that put him right through the net. Yikes. It's funny watching these highlights and watching the defenseman, and you're like, what the hell is that guy doing? Like, no, the player is great, and the player's making him look bad, but sometimes you watch the highlights, and you're like, I don't think that's really that much of a highlight if the defenseman's going to just barely skate backwards and find himself in a windmill. I don't think Solberg makes it a 25. We got past the 25th. There is hope. Yeah, no, there's definitely... Look, most 25th overall picks don't make the league, but like anything after number 6 typically impact player in the NHL, you know? So, it's always a bit of a crapshoot. Let me know if there are stream issues, because it's saying that, like, my thing keeps bouncing around saying that there's issues, but everything looks fine from my end. No, there's positive waves. There's positive waves. There's definitely positivity. I'm just saying negative things, I guess. I'm just saying negative things. I apologize. I apologize. You can't tell me you shoveled snow to get your car out at 4 a.m. to go to work just to play nice with a hockey team in Florida. Yeah, fair. But I don't know. There's a couple of fans that I can think of specifically that you know, they've really earned it. They've really earned it. They went through a lot. Okay, good. Buffered a couple times. Quick glitch. Okay, as long as it's surviving. I don't know why suddenly there's some sort of connectivity issue, but maybe High Quality Fiance is turning on every Wi-Fi thing in the house. All right. Oh, I'm getting like all these. I didn't realize people are texting me about all these picks, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not. All right, I'll get back to these people. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I would prefer to not be skipping out. Oh yeah, so we are having some issues. Hey, Stefan from Sweden. What's going on? Bees, Red Wings, and Leafs fans in the UK. That's interesting. I mean, Letourneau's there. Letourneau's there. It's possible. Not a lot of trades going down, but last year there were literally none in the first round. Holy crap, in 2018 there was 14? That's crazy. Yeah, Solberg's right there too. I don't think he's going to make it to 25 though. I think, honestly, Nashville I can see take... Toronto and Nashville are in pretty dire need there. Might survive Colorado with that. They're saying exactly what I think any team should do in this position. You bet on the highest talent. At this point in the draft and going forward, it's all about the highest talent level, and you make everything else work. What pick number is it? It is number 22. Yeah, the draft is dragging badly. What's up, King Mats? Germany, nice. Moved into Florida, Massachusetts. There are a lot of bald hockey GMs. Surin goes. Okay, I'm fine with that. Oh, he's a piece of shit. I like it, like he's comparable to Sam Bennett. Oh, he's an asshole? All right, great. If you stayed up all this time for the pick to be traded, as long as it's not for more picks, that feels worth it still. It's 3 a.m. in Spain. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Toronto is taking a D-man. They are. So that's why I don't think Solberg makes it to us. I don't know if Colorado would take him. I don't feel like they need him immediately, but if they think he's the highest talented guy, I could see it. I'm starting to really talk myself into Solberg at this point. I love dirty players. Bruins missed on this one. I mean, the Bruins didn't have a chance on him yet. Yeah, rip Coyotes. The thing is, yeah, you have to have... You can be a Sam Bennett type, but you also have to be able to play hockey. And obviously, this kid seems to be able to do just that. But sometimes they talk about these high violence kind of guys, Jackson Edward, for the Bruins prospects. And they're all pumped about the physicality, but hey, man, does the puck go the other way when you're being physical? Come on! We get another commercial? Come on, guys. I don't see any Pasternak level dressers yet. Oh, hell no. You've had a crappy day? Oh no! You need cute dogs? Hold on. We're in a commercial. Let me see if I can get a cute dog. They are currently all being, well, two of them are sleeping, and then the other one is being punished because Larry got home and immediately went for the trash multiple times, and so we had to put him in his little kennel for a minute. So we will revisit the dog conversation. But thank you for the donation. Oh, the freaking dogs, man. I can't believe he gets out of the hospital for eating stuff he's not supposed to, and then he goes right back to it. Did Iginla's kid get drafted? Yeah, he got drafted like top, what, 7 or 8? Maybe he was 7th pick? Florida has 14 players, only 17 million to play with. Yeah, they're in. I mean, that was the price of the cup. And it's such a bummer because you look at our 2023 season and went all in. If we got a cup there, no one would be complaining about anything right now. I mean, they would be, but you know. Put that brightness down. Is this bright? It doesn't feel all that bright. Landeskog unlikely to come back. I see Colorado taking it forward. There's a real chance they need some more on their forward group, but I mean, again, you're talking about a team that's trying to get going right away. I don't see them taking a defenseman either way. Like, they're in the middle of their cup window. They need some wing help badly, though. I was looking at their wing depth the other day, and it is not pretty. I think Solberg goes to Toronto, unfortunately. I don't think they're going to take Letourneau. That doesn't make a lot of sense, though. Oh, a dog wanted to come say hi. We're going to fix this problem right now. Velma, come here. Say hello to Boston Red Sox. Oh, no. Come back. Come back. Come back. He had a bad day. You have to be nice. Okay. She did her best. She did her best. Oh. Anaheim might also take a defenseman, actually. I am on the Solberg train. I was thinking he was going to go to Toronto. I'm surprised Toronto trades out of this position. I'm pretty surprised about that. What did they end up getting out of that? In exchange for 31 and 58. Wow. Yeah, I absolutely see them going with Solberg. So that they just went from one team I thought was going to take a defenseman to another team that I thought was going to take a defenseman. No goalies drafted so far. Yeah, Colorado's struggling a little bit right now. And I mean, obviously, Colorado fans will look at this and go, what could have been? Nichushkin's issues right now, Landeskog's injuries. They need to add a little bit around their superstars because they still have one of the best cores in the league. Jaracek already got picked. Right? Jaracek got picked. I'm 99% sure about that. I would hate a Burt for DeBrusk swap. That is not a good move for us. I mean, obviously, if DeBrusk walks, he walks, but, like, that swap in a vacuum is not improving the Bruins. Here we go. Is Solberg going to be there for us? What's up, Diljim? Holy shit, you have another person making a pick for you? Soak in the moment. Thank you for making this take longer. It's almost 10 o'clock, you jackass. Oh, never mind. It's a cancer survivor. I apologize to everything I just said. Okay, never mind. I take it all back. All right. Now I'm the bad guy. Now I'm the bad guy. I apologize. That's my bad. I fucking knew it. Damn it. I got so in that train over the last 20 minutes. Fuck. Ah, I knew it. It just makes all the sense in the world. It's where they're weakest depth-wise. Makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, horrible timing on the comment. Horrible timing. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. As soon as he said survive cancer, I was like, never mind. I'm a piece of shit. Teravainen is a DeBrusk replacement. We get worse. We get worse. No, I live down in South Carolina, unfortunately. I think Bussy's gonna have a real chance to win the backup job out of camp. Yeah, Letourneau's now local hates cancer survivors. The number of viewers is going up. Like, that was the worst possible time. You put a Make-A-Wish kid in front of me right now. Oh, come on. Dang, man. Solberg felt like he could have been a steal for us, and I don't think Colorado was going to get him. Like, Letourneau might go to Colorado. I don't think that I'd be surprised they choose a center, but oh yeah, I lived in Worcester for my entire youth. I'd way rather have Letourneau. Local gonna get canceled on Twitter. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm intrigued by the Skinner option. I'm not all in, but he's like a backup to a backup plan. Admiral Autism, I fight like 6 Make-A-Wish kids at the same time. That is their actual wish, by the way. They wish to fight me. These hands are rated E for everyone. Trade? Do we got another trade? Someone said trade. Utah, Colorado. Worcester County and the Boonies. What's the town, Joshua? Give us a town. Still ready to fight. Bang! Yeah, couple of moves. Uh-oh, did the stream die? There we go. There we go, come back. There we go, come back. Royalston? No fucking way! I grew up right outside, right near Royalston, I should say. Yeah, sorry, stream's just struggling to keep up right now. I don't know why. Don't know why. All right, 24 for 30 and 71 plus the Rangers second round pick. That's Kind of a hefty price to pay. They better really like somebody here. Dustin, fuck cancer. Absolutely. It's not a. Thank you for your generosity. I feel like I need to take that $20 and immediately donate it to a cancer fund. Immediately. Thank you. That is so generous, man. I appreciate that so much. Not a dub. Not a dub to fight Make-A-Wish kids. I mean, they could pick any position. No clue. I'd love to see them go for a goaltender, but I don't think a goaltender is projected first round. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Come on, boys. Make a pick. Make a pick. Greentree's still there too, yeah. Dustin, seriously, that was super generous. Super, super generous. They seriously just sit there by the phones. I get it. Like, you're seeing if anyone else is trading, but you just traded for the pick. You have a guy you want, go get him. Wow, and if we talk cookie cutter right now, that's a view. Everybody looks exactly the same. No one wants Ryder Richie. Nobody wants the Richies. Absolutely not. Letourneau can skate. Reports on him is he can skate, has decent puck skills. But again, he's like, his projection at this point in the draft is more of a high floor, low ceiling guy. So, I mean, I don't mind that in this case with him, just because I do like the intangibles there. But there is certainly a conversation to be had about them trying to really take a swing. I'm just not educated enough to know who that would be. God, I want Solberg. Yeah, and there goes Baudouin. There you go. Yeah, they're talking about them jumping Boston because they figured that they would want to take him. After every Beast game, you're waiting for the upload. Dude, sometimes those take a while. I apologize that you wait as long as you do. Lionel Richie? Alright, that's fair. I'd take that. Badinka. That is fun to say. It's over. Arctic Zero, it's over, dude. All your guys gone. Oh, wait, no. Wasn't Letourneau one of your guys? I forget. That's a bummer, because there's no one I'm, like, excited about at this point here. Like, Letourneau would be probably the pick. But there's no one I'm really, like, pumped about. Greentree's still there. Problem with Greentree is I've heard that he's kind of, you know, a little lazy when he's not driving play. Like, if he's not the guy with the puck, he's a little, you know, bleh. I just think we need a lot more than this pick for McGroarty. Here we go. Come on. They should start the 3 minutes the second the pick is announced. They need to start that 3 minutes immediately. Now they're going to start the 3 minutes. It's been minutes since the pick's been made. Green tea. Green tea. No, green tea is a scorer, man. Green Tree is a mover. Like he can carry the puck. He can go through defenders. He didn't have a great showing at the U18 Worlds, which is probably why he's as far down as he is. But he is like, so they say, like a top 15 talent-wise guy. But there's questions about his motor. You know, the actual energy he puts into his shifts. A little bit of a guilty of once in a while taking a little spin and getting back off the ice. Sweeney let that happen. I bet he planned to take Cole all weekend at zero plan B. Sweeney is not the type of GM to have zero plan B, man. Have the Bees ever had a Russian on the roster? Oh, for sure. Samsonov. He's a Russian, right? Yeah, there you go, Samsonov. I love how they're already talking about goalies. With Bussy and DiPietro, I don't think they go goalie. I don't think they do it. The point they're making right now about Swayman's contract, I get it, but Saros getting signed for 7.75, hell yeah, that's so good for us. That's such a good contract to point at Swayman and be like, I don't know if I could go higher than that, man. Oh yeah, Orlov, that's right. I'm not doing a Russian impression right now. I'm not doing it. I think I've embarrassed myself enough tonight. I don't think I need to start doing accents. If they trade the pick right now for a player. Oh, even Monty's yawning over there. Come on, boys. I don't know. There's a lot of talk. Uh-oh. Are they trading this? Are they trading this? No one's walking yet. There's 3 seconds left. Holy shit. Are we trading this right now? Oh, they're starting to walk. What do we got? Do I cheer for any of the Boston teams? I cheer for all the Boston teams. I'm just a little fair weather with some of them. More of a playoff watcher for basketball. Same with baseball. Okay, they're walking up. No, they're not. They're not walking up. He's not fucking walking up. Why aren't they walking up? Hey, who said Sweeney's quick with this shit? You're a liar. Don't call us thirsty. We're not thirsty. We're a little thirsty. Oh, here we go. They're walking. That suit could be a little better, brother. Oh, and they have a jersey with them. Okay. All right, they're picking. They're picking. Here we go. Here we go. Letourneau, okay. All right. Okay. Big dude. Big dude. Good night, Mike. Thank you so much for hanging out. And yes, Arctic Zero from this stream called it. Fletcher called it. This guy's a winner, man. Stream's dying at the worst possible time. There's risk with the pick. There's risk with this pick. There's a decent floor there, but there's a project to be had there. His favorite athlete is the GOAT, Anthony Edwards. Hell yeah. That shit's not going to fit him. Is that thing too small for him? Oh, no, they got a good size. All right, good. They were prepared. What a shot. Nice. Ooh, nice little celly, too. "58 games, 61 goals. Hell yeah. I like it. He certainly wasn't on my, like... I mean, he wasn't a player who fell to us, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, Scott comes in with a terrible pick. Don't think he's anything besides big. I mean, that's what there is a real risk to this one. This is a project piece, it looks like. But if there's a higher ceiling there, higher reward, we'll see. You gotta take swings at this point in the draft. And yeah, he's gonna have a hell of it. Like, he at least defensively should be good with that reach. You can't tell me he wouldn't be. Yeah, he went around where he's projected. It's definitely not a guy who, like, a steal or anything like that. See you later, Scott. Thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, no, I mean, look. At this point in the draft, you're probably not going to get much more than a project. Unless somebody falls that you really like. His skating is actually an upside from what the reports are showing. So I do like that. It's not like Liesel skating, but for his size, he skates well, he moves well. Doesn't use his size as his biggest knock. I mean, people are gonna... They always do that. Just because he's big doesn't mean he has to be some ferocious hitter. We drafted the Brazeau replacement. You're not seeing him this year. That much I'll tell you. You're not seeing him this year. Absolutely not. I still really wish we got Solberg, but that's all right. And my screen just died. Okay. ESPN Plus can can suck it. They can just suck it. Awful. All right, guys. I think most people are gonna call it there. I'm still gonna stick around through the last couple picks if my whole stuff isn't dying here, because ESPN Plus hates me. We've got some Joshes going at it in the chat. Yeah, he's gonna be a local kid. He's gonna be a local kid. I don't hate the pick. I really don't. I'm not, like, perturbed by it by any means. I'm trying to see what other people are saying about it that might have tracked this kid a little more this year. Oh, that's right. Green Tree is still sitting there. Yeah. I can't believe he fell all the way to 26, actually. Honestly, though, I'm gonna be pumped. The thing about drafts is you can just be happy about it. You can choose to just be excited about it and just hope for the best. That's what I like to do, at least. Is he good? I don't pay attention to college hockey. I don't know enough about him. It's the more people that are talking about it, it seems the bit of a project piece, but there's a really high risk, high reward with him. There's a potentially high ceiling, but he might be more of a bottom six guy at the end of the day. But if he's a bottom six guy and he's not that physical, that gets even more dicey. Why is she asking this guy about the lock screen on his phone? Because that's what she does. Mike, there's going to be someone in this draft later that you're, like, the odds of picking the best player from here and after, you know? I am surprised, though. Green Tree is pretty friggin' filthy. I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to believe that he can be that high leverage guy in the slot, kind of a difficult shot to track just because of his length. They're going to run a line of Jelvik, Letourneau, and Gassot. That's pretty sick. That would be pretty fun. Kane's going Russian, right? Hoping for someone who'd have a better idea of being helpful to the team. I mean, that didn't exist by the time it got to our pick. I get where you're coming from, though. Oh, yeah. There's going to be guys that are going to be picked in the 4th round that are going to become good NHLers, you know? We're just hoping this guy can be a great one. See you, Nicholas. Role model is Kachuk. Wait, did it actually say that? Because honestly, good. Green was 13th to 18 in every pre-scouting draft. Yeah, I mean, again, he fell a little bit. But so did Solberg, man. God, I cannot believe if Colorado doesn't make that trade, I don't think they take Solberg. I genuinely think Utah jumped in to make sure they got ahead of us there. That one might hurt. We might look back at that one and go, damn. That would have been nice to have. Viper, but he's not he's not an overtly physical guy. I don't think he'll be a Kachuk type exactly. He would have to build that into his game, and that's a temperament thing. I don't think people just suddenly start throwing the hammer down, you know? I'll talk myself into this kid all day, though. I will be able to talk myself into him. I did say, though, before the draft, I was really hoping for someone that was, like, fluid skating. Just fantastic skating, because I like to bet on those guys. This is not that pick. He's not a bad skater. He skates really well for his size, but it's certainly not an elite skater. Hopes for the name of Utah. I think it's going to be Yeti, and I like that. Someone who emulates Kachuk? Yeah. I'd be down with that. And I genuinely think these big guys, when they're forwards like this, they're deceptive. They're difficult to read. They're going to have seasons where they have real highs and seasons where they have real lows. They're just awkward players to judge. I mean, do you remember people talk about Chara and how he was a crap skater when he wasn't? Like, he just wasn't a shit skater. But he looked awkward, but he got the job done. He stayed in front of people. And yeah, partly because of his size, but... Night Echo, thanks for hanging out, bro. We've got just a few more picks here, and then I'm going to be calling it a night, too. I cannot believe this is a 3-hour first round. Not very fun. I mean, I've had fun, but you know what I mean. Certified Leaf Hater, I like it. Oh! Shut the fuck up, Batman. Nobody likes you. Okay, the sphere is so cool, though. It's so cool. Will Lee Sell turn out to be anything? I'm still willing to bet he will. I think he'll be a middle 6 scorer, and a good one at that. And there's value in that. That's not even me being pissy. Who would Chicago trade up for here? Artamanov, actually. I could see Artamanov going here. Or maybe Badinka. Actually, no, Badinka makes a lot of sense for them. Big guy, pretty good skater, decent puck mover, a guy who's breaking out passes to Bedard, man. Now, obviously, he's not ready for that step, but I think Badinka might be their guy. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to call Letourneau on my own time, and I'm probably just going to go along with what everybody else calls him, because I'm that guy. Gregor, have a great night, man. Thank you so much for joining. What would I rate our pick 1 to 10? I mean, what is an 8 to you? Like, this wasn't like a home run. This felt like an obvious kind of like pick. I mean, he was projected to go around this time. He fills the need for the Bruins for the most part. Obviously, a couple years down the road. Lysell has a chance to start with the Bruins. You think it's Chernyshov? Would Lucic have been a difference maker against Florida with his physicality? I actually think Lucic would have been a difference maker with his puck movement out of the D zone. But that's a moot point at this point, you know? Do I play any of the NHL games on Xbox, PlayStation? Yeah, I play Chell every year, but I usually just play with my buddy. I don't actually like do League or any of that. Oh, Arctic Zero, absolutely not. Definitely, like, he wasn't a reach. He was just a pick, honestly. It's weird to say, but he's just a pick. I don't think we got sniped there. I think we got the Solberg pick was a snipe. Oh, sorry, Anaheim getting Solberg. That was the snipe. I said Utah earlier. Well, one of the things that's nuts they put on a show for his return, and then the organization tried to act like, yeah, I mean, it was not a good scenario with Lucic, and I'm glad they handled it the way they did, where they just kind of told him, like, all right, you go figure your shit out, man. Okay. I can see it. Yeah. And again, in the realm of where he was projected to go, this guy I actually looked at a little bit, and this guy really does scream bottom six to me. I don't think his ceiling's all that high. He's just he's an engine guy, you know? I wish the Bruins had a second round pick. Because if Artamanov continues to fall, although that pick would be so much later, he would have to fall a long ways. And he's just, I mean, again, it's one of those, like, high skill guys. And Vanaker, I just think is, I mean, he's good. I think he's good. That feels like a weird one to trade up for. Kind of a good floor, but not a high ceiling. Yeah, I wish Be a Pro was better, too. Just hoped Green Tree isn't going to light it up since we had a chance to get him. Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be a guy. Wyatt Johnson, 2 picks after Liesel, comes to mind. Like, it's tough. It's tough. Who's Calgary going to go with? They could use anything. Best player available. Well, every mom has looked identical. Every draft pick has looked identical, just a different size. Do you think Chernyshov goes here now? Because, I mean, literally, just take the best player available. Stamkos going to be a free agent? Certainly seems like it. Old news, but I think I was a little harsh about the Ullmark trade. Or I was a little harsh about it. I don't remember exactly everything I said because I just literally saw the trade, made the video. I still feel like I was mostly decent with that. Like, I do think it was... With more information, obviously, there's certain things I'd be like, okay, that makes more sense now. But it just felt like Ullmark was a throw-in, and we had to take Korpisalo for the 25th, and we just shipped off Ullmark for it. Because there was enough rumblings where it felt like that 25th could have been available for Korpisalo, just taking Korpisalo's full contract. But again, I'm in a decent place about that trade at this point. 3-Bay is very embarrassing by Tampa, but that's the situation they're in. The McDonough trade is going to prevent them from actually re-signing their longtime pillar of their franchise. Bruins trade up for Richie. Oh my gosh, these last few picks are going to be brutal. Because it's at this point, we're like, okay, we saw our pick, but it takes so long. I'm concerned we still don't have Swayman signed. I think we'll get it done. I agree with the next part of that. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Hi, Larry. Why are you walking funny? Is he drugged?
Yep.
Why is he drugged? Because he what?
He was at work tonight.
Oh, that makes sense. He walking funny.
Did you show this to the string?
Oh, no. Do you... You guys want to see the tire that Larry ate?
He's back for more.
He ate over half of it. Really, dude? And he's trying to get more. Guys, stop.
Right,
See? He's trying to get more. This little bastard.
Come on.
No, get out of here. Go, go, go. Go to bed.
He's like, I don't want to go to bed. I want to play.
Where's your drugs? I don't know, man. You gotta go find them. Larry just finds them. I'm kidding. We very purposely drug him. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having Stammer on the team. Just for a couple of years. But I don't think it's gonna happen, but... What are we gonna do come Monday? I think we're gonna sign Lindholm. Even though I'm not super jazzed about that.
Come on. Let's go to bed, guys.
I think... I'm projecting here, but I hope we're trying to get Ehlers out of Winnipeg. Oh, the pick's in. What is that name? What? Greedon. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who this kid is. This name didn't come up really when I was looking through these guys. Yeah, no, like the centers, there was never going to be a big free agency boon for centers this year. It just wasn't there. And honestly, 1Cs almost never exist on the free agency market regardless. Larry was burning rubber. He was chewing rubber is what he was doing. I mean, he ripped this thing to pieces. He threw it all up. So he's not feeling super great now. I mean, if Ehlers is trying to force his way out too, or we just know they're cap strapped, so we're trying to get him, I'd be pretty pumped if we could find a way to make that work. There's plenty of reason to be excited about the Dean pick. You have to put a little positive swing on a couple things, but plenty of reason to be excited about it. Josh, I'm the same way. I have no issue with getting Lindholm. He just can't be $9 million. You know? Like, silly. Just silly. What is it? Does anyone have some information on this Greedon kid? I have no idea. His name seemed impossible to say from how they pronounced it. Yeah, if Lindholm is on this team, he plays... he's our 1C immediately. He's just not a 1C in real life. I mean, he's a good 2C, in my opinion, when he has good line mates. Exactly. You can't give him $9 million 7 years. Realistic number for Stamkos, $5 million a year for 3 years. Somehow could get Scheifele. Doesn't look like Winnipeg's interested at this point. Also with the extension, that's harder. But they think they can continue to compete. Nothing about Chandler Stevenson. Just I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I'll do the spark notes. I think his game is falling off a cliff, and he's getting carried by line mates. I was on board with a Stevenson pickup, and I have since 180'd hard. Spent a bunch of time looking into him and his numbers, and I just ended up landing on this side of things. I'm actually I'm so far, people seem to be pretty chill about having differing opinions about free agency. I know that's going to end, unfortunately, but I have been kind of impressed so far that people are chill. Trade for Pavel Buchnevich. I would love Buchnevich on this team. Are you kidding me right now? Well, maybe 180 on Stevenson. So I started looking into some advanced analytics stuff. Defensively, he's been bad. His foot speed The Athletic actually did a really interesting piece on this. His foot speed has dropped pretty dramatically, and with it, all of his advanced analytics have as well. He ends up, yes, exactly, Arctic Zero. He just turns into another third-line center that's going to cost as much as Coyle. His numbers without Stone on a line with him, bad. Really bad. Spends most of his time in the defensive zone, just gets absolutely hemmed. I like Ehlers. If he could stay healthy, I like him. It's all a facade. No, it's a facade. Olmark's going to come back. So what's not getting a lot of attention about that trade, by the way, is afterwards Sweeney mentioned that both Swayman and Olmark were forward about wanting to get in the 55 start range. Like, they want to play more hockey. And it just became clear that it's one or the other. And nothing's going to change next year. I know you're joking, Admiral. I know you're joking about that, and you don't actually believe that. But, yeah. Both of them want to be the starter, and there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. But eventually you got to make a choice. Swayman's younger and locked in the spot during the playoffs. I also like the fact that everyone's ignoring the inherent risk of, like, this is our goalie now, and if anything happens to Swayman or if his game goes to hell, holy shit. Sweeney's going to get crushed next year. Yeah, again, don't mind Lindholm coming to the Bruins. It just can't be at $9 million. Or really $8 million for that large that part. The short shift boys are really enjoying this Letourneau pick. He's gonna be a good college player, bare minimum. Okay, there you go. Finds the back of the net. Hamming. Yeah, if it's like 7-5 for Lindholm for 7 years, it's too long, but fine. Fine. I will absolutely live with that. I'll swallow that pill. I just... God, $9 million. 7.5 is an overpayment in my, like, what I firmly believe. But I will live with that because it's just I've gotten myself to the point of just believing it's going to happen because it seems like it really is. How would I feel about a Zegras trade? I'd be good with it. There's a lot of upside there. Depends what we're giving up, obviously, but I wouldn't hate it. Nachas is not coming to the Boston Bruins. It's not happening. And even then, he doesn't fix your center problem. He might, but it's if he couldn't succeed defensively in any way, shape, or form in Carolina, like he was horrid defensively, I certainly don't think he's going to do well as a center in Boston. And that was him as a winger in Carolina. Yeah. Realistically, what could we trade for Zegras or Nachas? I don't know. Those are getting pretty sporadic, but there would be at least, I would say for Zegras, you'd be looking at Lysell, next year's first, Trent Frederick, and God, that doesn't get it done, does it? Compared to what other teams would pay. I don't even think that gets it done. And right there, you're already like, we got to add more to that? I don't know, man. Nachas would be a good winger. He would be a good winger. I'll give you that. Bye, Sir 50. Appreciate you hanging out. Cap keeps going up. 7.5 doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, absolutely. This is why I could live with it. Zegras for Patra at a first. I'd rather have. I know this is insane. I'd rather have Patra right now. The money, team controlled. Yeah, I'd rather have Patra right now. You can't walk away from a guy who made the team at 19. You can't do it. Not with the current organization state. I mean, Trent Frederick would be part of a trade like that. I think teams would want him. Yeah, I couldn't get rid of Patra. Not for that. Not for Zegras. Not for Zegras. God, the sphere is so cool, man. So cool. I like the Dean pick. The more I think about it, the turnout, I'm really cool with this pick. I'm really cool with this pick. I don't want to lose Freddie or Patra. Patra right now, we're putting too much pressure on him, but if he could be a real good 2C, changes the whole landscape of this team. It really does. I don't think as soon as next year, but by the time he's 22, yeah. Nate Chess to Boston for Frederick, Liesel, and Corpusalo or Bussy. The Canes kicked that out of bed real fast. Nope. They say no, 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 no. I don't really want to see Frederick go either, but there is a real possibility that he's in some rumors this offseason. Because I think there might be some teams that value him higher than we do. Can't teach size, that's right. And if he can already skate well at that size, there's something there. He's a project piece. You're not going to see him next year, but there's something. I think it's because we haven't seen the Bruins prospects with potential like Patra in a while. Absolutely, but like typically a guy who makes the team, even if the team's in a weird spot in that position, at 19 years old, he's a guy you have to see if he can really take a huge leap. You can't move away from that unless you love the deal. Like you would trade Patra in a Draisaitl deal in a heartbeat, but a Zegras deal where the question about this guy is, does he even want to play hockey half the time? I mean, no, I'm not really interested. All right, what do we got? Yeah, all right. They just to Boston straight up for a lot Mel's. I would hate it personally, but I mean, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Again, the Canes wouldn't, but... Nat Pat, I'm grateful for you. Grateful for you. Seriously. And someone said it earlier, the best, that I'm like a drunk guy at a bar who needs his buddies around him. This is no fun without you guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me because you're making my night better. Nate just is an RFA. That is correct. That is correct. Oh, shit. This guy's got to walk. This guy's got to walk. You better start moving, son. My goodness. My goodness. I'll see you in a week. Well, look at this walk. And there's more people interrupting. Dude, how unbelievable. Wait, no. Well, it's Vegas. How drunk are all these children getting after this? Who would I realistically trade to Carolina for Nachos? The problem is I don't like Nachos that much. I would trade... I guess I would trade Liesel, though. I would trade Liesel Olmark would have been part of that trade as well. It's hard to help that team in net because it's one of the few places you think maybe they aren't the strongest. Wotherspoon, I could probably, if they had some value there. I mean, there's a bunch of, like, guys that you go, okay, but what value does it actually have? You just want the better side of the deal. Is Buchnevich, like, on the trading block? Is that, like, why where people are bringing him up? Because I haven't heard too much about that being a realistic option. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you guys. This channel was born out of me not having people to talk hockey with. And now, I've got a lot of people to talk hockey with. What would my package for Nachos realistically look like? If it was a competitive package, I think Liesel, Frederick, and it would have to be... I would say a second next year. I don't think I'd give up a first, Liesel, and Frederick for Nachos because I genuinely don't like him that much. I like him. I'm not trading our best prospect right now and a future first for him. Leafs on the clock. I think they should take a swing. I think Artamanov is like the highest talent guy left. I know he's not there yet. He's listed 12th as best available left, but I don't know. I am glad Greentree didn't go there. Watch them go with like a Sam O'Reilly type, who's like a classic 4C ceiling. Toronto needs a goalie. I don't think there's a goalie projected anywhere close to the first round, though. Bruins Nation is the best nation. The greatest nation. Yeah, honestly, Joshua, with how much I've been missing hockey right now, too. And I've been so burnt out as well, where, like, I'm glad I got a break from making the videos every couple of days, because it's months of that. But you immediately just miss watching the games. They don't have the cap to sign Natchez with Gensel. That's true. That is true. And yeah, the trade would be, like, they're not going to wait for an offer sheet. There'd be a trade there. But there's also a lot of people who would be involved, so his value doesn't take that much of a hit. And Natchez does want to be traded, but he wants to be traded to a team that's going to play him at center. And there's a conversation about him being capable of that at the NHL level, because he hasn't been good. Have Solberg Blues now. Well done. I'm bummed, dude. Anaheim screwed us. Pat, I appreciate that. That is probably taking a toll on my health. So next year, I'm going to announce this next year, but back-to-back games are going to have a change. I think the first half of a back-to-back, I won't be able to stay up that night and make the video the way I typically do, because I cannot do that 2 nights in a row and go into the third day at work with, I don't know, 5 hours of sleep combined over the last 72 hours. It's taken a toll on me. I used to be able to do it easier. Want to build an outdoor watch area for the playoffs with a fire pit? Someday I'm going to get there too, where I'll have like a little streaming set up with a projector. That'd be so nice. Would you say the drafted of Letourneau as a dub? I would. Again, it's not some crazy, like, out-of-the-blue pick, and it's not somebody who fell to us or anything like that. Just feels like a solid value project piece at 25 who might be better. Can we at least get the skit? Maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll put out the skit as, like, a YouTube short or something along those lines, and then I'll do the rest of the video. Danford. Another guy I'm not very familiar with. But a defenseman. That makes sense. But yeah, maybe I'll just do the skit and then call it a night on those nights. That's what most of the people tune in for anyway, I feel like, which is there's no shame in that. Oh, they went with like a defensive defenseman from the O, which is interesting. Oh, he's a good puck mover, actually. But yeah, a guy who excels in the defensive zone is huge for Toronto in the future. I mean, it would be huge for them right now. Check out Diener at the Prospect Week. Well, so when you say Prospect Week, they compared Letourneau to Tage Thompson because of the size. That's really all they had on that, I think. No, I don't think Letourneau's gonna be at the development camp. Or no, I shouldn't say I don't think that, because he's also a local. I mean, he's going to school in Boston, so I just don't know how quickly they get them out there, or if that's the expectation. Favorite skit I did this season? I'd honestly have to go back and look at them. My memory is terrible. Terrible. It is. Is this a 4 hour? We're closing in on 4 hours. Yeah, if he's at the dev camp, I'm gonna be pretty pumped about that. Dude, D.A. Kingery, I would love to watch some sort of like nature documentary at the Sphere with legal things that are legal. In Vegas, everything's legal though, right? The Sphere looks so cool. It really does. Oh, interesting. Maybe the first half of a back-to-back, I just do I watch the game with you guys. And then that just goes up as some sort of vlog. And then I could just do the skit after and post that on itself. And then the next night I'll do. That's interesting. That's a pretty neat idea. Oh yeah, Letourneau was no slouch when it came to scoring, but didn't he come from what league was he in? Because he was in the O, wasn't he? Where did he play last season? This doesn't have the answer for me. Hold on. Hold on. Not the O. USHL. That makes sense. And then the U18. Oh, I see. Yeah, that kind of point production, although awesome, great. I wouldn't point to that and be like offensive stud immediately, you know. He definitely has the skill. It's just different leagues or, you know, different point totals, different leagues. Yeah. Triple A. I am not a Jägermeister guy. Now I'm going to start judging commercials. Wait, how many picks do we have left? What pick was that? Taking literally years. Two more picks. Okay. Or one more pick. One more pick. I'm just glad we took there's a real high ceiling with this kid. I'm just glad we took a swing at him, you know? I do like Jameson. I really like that we went for it. I forgot they're doing this. They're doing the second round tonight, aren't they? I am not. I'm sorry, guys. We don't have a pick in the second round. Maybe that's just the screen showing me that. Maybe we're not doing that because that's a pretty late night, isn't it? Holy. Did they trade again? Wow. Another trade. The Philly Revenge Game and the Montreal Massacre were... The Montreal Massacre was a good one. That was pretty fun. Second round should be tomorrow. Okay. Maybe it's just showing... Yeah, BC is great. And look, the guy's got so much talent. He really does. I mean, there's a lot to like. Adam, Ella, what? Thank you so much. You guys are so generous. This is ridiculous. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I always feel so awkward when you guys donate. Thank you so much. Ugh. People are generous, man. You guys are really generous. Thank you, Adam. Seriously, sincerely. Big Eagles talent. It's only 7:30 in Vegas. Okay, that'll do it. Yeah, there it is. Trade. What do we got? Oilers. They want to pretend they won the cup. Oh, that's cute. What? What? Holy shit, you better love the person you're grabbing. What? Glad I stayed up for that. Why would you trade a future first for a 32nd pick? What? Who are they going to trade? They're trading a first round pick for the 32nd pick. Who is this for? What is this? What the? I can't believe that. What? You better be real confident that you are winning the cup next year. Holy, Jasmine, you're right. Bold move. Snowlights, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And go Bees! Hell yeah! What is this trade? Ken Holland isn't even the GM anymore. They're still making trades like this. The mic erects itself. Excellent. Sam O'Reilly! Future 4C Sam O'Reilly! Alright, look, I'm not gonna pretend to be a master of prospects. This guy could turn out to be great, but man, when the big thing is this guy's got a motor, they must really love this kid, man. Wow. Oh, wow, and people are just exiting the building. Aww. I love those moments. I really do. Kid's got a decent shot. Those are some nice highlights. Wow. They have to love this guy. They have to love this guy. I mean, look, among rookies, third in scoring in the OHL. I mean, great. But jeez, I don't get this either. I don't get it. I don't get it. Everyone's just as confused as I am. Would not hate seeing the Bruins try to trade up in this into the second round if Chernyshov continues to fall. Badinka's also there. There's a few guys that are still interesting. Still interesting. Did he say we resume tomorrow at 8:30? Could you have added an AM or PM to that? I'm assuming 8:30 AM because this is going to take a year. Yeah, that's another thing. They took Sam O'Reilly, and they didn't grab Chernyshov, who, I mean, at Chernyshov, you're taking a swing on the high-end talent. Wow, man, I don't get that. Hey, Jeff, thank you so much, man. Which game 7? I don't know. I don't want to know which game 7, actually. I don't want to know if it was this year's or last year's. Holy man, I'm surprised. Into the Dead, what's going on, buddy? How are you? How are you? I don't get it. Chernyshov did fall hard. He was projected, what, in the late teens? That's a pretty severe drop. Fletcher, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I still think Artamonov is just... I think he's going to be a little bit of a steal when he goes. I don't think he should have been... I don't think he's like a top 5 talent that fell all the way. No, but I think he's got some pretty high-end talent to work with, too. That I think someone's going to be pretty happy they're going to gamble on. Yeah, Into the Den, you're going to be there. That's right. We are definitely going to chat. We are definitely going to chat. Seneca, yeah, I think they probably could have traded down, but when you're in that top 5 position, number 3, sometimes you just go for the guy that you love. Why get cheeky about it, you know? The Habs with Demidov it seems like an awesome luck for them. Wow, man. Wow. Well, that's that. That is that. This was fun. This was fun. This is the most fun I've had in the first round of a draft in a while. We actually had a pick, which helps. And I'm talking myself into Dean. I like it. Oh, that's right. Chernishov's the other one with the health issues. Because there was another one earlier on that had the same... I'm already forgetting his name. Arctic Zero, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. We're going to end this here because it is almost 11 o'clock. God, I did not expect this to be a 4-hour stream. 4 hours. I am going to be disappointing because next week I am in Boston for the dev camp, which means there's not going to be really much content coming out. But we'll figure it out. I'm looking forward to it. A week off of work to go watch people play hockey and work. Take notes and do that thing. But I hope to see some of you there. I know I'll see some of you for sure, but I hope to see as many as possible. And if anyone wants to grab a beer, I am going to at least have one night where I'm going out to the bars and I'll let people know that, probably via Twitter. I wish YouTube allowed me to just kind of like put up a post, but that doesn't really work that way. That's all right. That's all right. Zach, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Arctic Zero. Def Camp's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. I have no doubt about that. But everybody, have a great night. I appreciate you. And as always, go Bees! So easy. I don't get to cut myself off with it, though, because I'm not, like, quick and clever about that. But seriously, go Bees.